We support him. How do we make sure that he's getting, what is his worth relative to those things?
The Athletic says multiple teams have checked in on Stafford, maybe the Giants and Raiders showing the most interest. Luka Doncic, 19 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists. In his first game against his old friends from Dallas, the Lakers won 107-99, with LeBron scoring 16 of his 27 points in the fourth quarter. Their Lakers have now won 3 straight and 13 of their last 16. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Hey, like us on Facebook. Our handle is INF Sportsnet. That's INF Sportsnet for our Facebook page. This is the Infinity Sports Network.
Insight, info, and trends. And, lots of fun along the way. This is WEEI 850 AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Don't let the urge to sing along to that catchy tune distract you from that truck drifting towards your lane or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 120 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006 because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't get you. Hyundai vehicles have won over 120 IIHS Top Safety Awards from 2006 to 2024.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
Your old or broken phone can let you down, but at Verizon, trade in any old phone from our top brands and get iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence with a new line on My Plan and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10. After all, you don't want your old phone to die on you when you're lost.
Perfect.
Or for your broken phone to glitch at the worst possible time.
Hey, can I get your number? Oh.
Trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service plan required for Apple Watch and iPad.
If you've been waiting to hear Macy's winter clearance, now's the time. Get everything you've been eyeing all season long at prices that are worth the wait. How good? Think 40 to 70% off coats, sweaters, boots, and more. Plus, come in and get an extra 20% off all your clearance purchases. That's up to 75% off. So if you've been waiting to treat yourself to something cute and cozy, hurry into Macy's now, because you're not the only one ready to score amazing winter deals. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
We're back in the miller's front yard who recently switched to True Green.
Their lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers started showing up.
Like this pro, lining up his next shot from this pristine grass.
Has to clear the trampoline and a kiddie pool.
And lands in the middle of this beautiful True Green lawn.
Even the Labradoodle next door wishes this yard were his.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
Where'd you get those shoes? DSW has all the shoes you need for whatever you're into. You know, like running shoes that give new meaning to personal best. Or everyday sneakers that make coffee runs look cool. Basically, DSW has all the best styles from the brands that always get it right. Like Nike, Brooks, Timberland, and more. Oh yeah, did we mention they also happen to be the perfect price? Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store and DSW.com.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
Insight, info, and trends to help you win, all in one place. We are 8:50 a.m. Boston, an Odyssey station.
Back here on the Rich Eisen Show, Susie Schuster in for Rich Eisen. Thrilled to be here. And you know who's not thrilled is Sean McDermott. He's not thrilled about the tush push. I think he has a couple things to say about it from Indianapolis.
To me, there's always been an injury risk with that play, and I've expressed that opinion for the last couple of years or so when it really started to come into play the way it's being used, especially a year ago. So I just feel like players' safety and the health and safety of our players has to be at the top of our game, which it is. It's just that play to me has always been the way that the techniques that are used with that play to me have been potentially contrary to the health and safety of the players, and so again, you have to go back though in fairness to the injury data on the play, but I just think the optics of it I'm not in love with.
And yet he continues to run it, and yet the Bills were the team, Felly, that uses the tush push, second only, of course, to the Eagles. But here's Nick Sirianni on his reaction to that.
Yeah, I think those are, I think when you look at that, because we've looked into that too, there wasn't a lot of injuries there. I think that's a little made up, to be honest. Now the numbers will tell the truth, but I don't think there was many injuries with it this year. I can't remember one injury we had on that play. And we ran it more than everybody else. And so, yeah, the injury numbers, the league will have that, and the injury numbers will come out on that. And I'm all for player safety and for that. But I don't think that play, I think that's just something that was said, but I don't think the numbers on that play suggest that. But you guys can look into that.
And he's absolutely right. The numbers don't suggest that players are getting hurt, even though every time I watch it, TJ, I sit there thinking, oh, God, someone's going to get hurt down below, what have you. I mean, it really does look like a hot mess of a play. That said, in watching the Neil deGrasse Tyson video, which I mentioned earlier that Ken Tulo had sent me from the 45-hour-long show that Rich does before the Super Bowl, it was fascinating. I don't know if you've seen it, Chris, but it really was.
I have not.
You have to watch it.
I text Kyle during the broadcast, and I was like, Chris, you appreciate this. I was like, Neil deGrasse in that category of way bigger than you think he is. Like, he picks up, Kyle's kind of sizable. Yeah. He scoops Kyle up, bro, and it's just like, holy crap, you don't realize that Neil he was a former wrestler.
I was going to say he looked like a wrestler. Yeah, I did not know that.
Didn't know that either. Yeah, it was a very interesting piece that Kyle did with him, and like you said, the physics and the earth it was like it was definitely nerding out for like 7 minutes.
And what Kyle said, and it's so true, this guy has basically discovered some of the Earth's biggest questions when it comes to physics, and yet he said, I don't have an answer to the tush push. So if it's unstoppable, what's the point of playing it?
Well, then why aren't they doing it on first down? Why wouldn't they do it every single play?
But that makes no sense. It's 2 yards. It's a yard. It's two. Why wouldn't you want to?
You don't think they could get 4 yards every play if they wanted on that?
That would be awful.
Awful for whom?
Bad football.
Bad viewing football, but in terms of the success rate, you're getting a first down every 4 plays, which is the point of the game, right?
But you only really see the tush push in the end zone. I mean, you see it.
And when it's 4th and 1, maybe at midfield or something. Right. Look, I don't know. You can't really ban the play because it's a target on one team, right? So you can't do that. If you want to do it, you have to finagle the language so you can't push another player or move them forward if they don't, blah, 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 blah. You'd have to do it that way. So if you just come out and say, look, this play's over, then, the Eagles should really take that personally, and other teams should be like, look, if you can do that to their play, why can't you do it to our play? So it's going to be here to stay, and everyone just has to deal with it.
Yeah, this is like, this is don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly.
Navy Federal Credit Union understands the military community and goes above and beyond to help them reach their financial goals. With products like flexible savings and investing options, high-interest certificates that you can add money to anytime during your term, and even access to financial advisors. Plus, online tools to help Navy Federal Credit Union members figure out what savings plans work best for them. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products are insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. Classes start March 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Just like that, gold prices hit yet another all-time highs. Investors, central banks, billionaires from all around the world are flocking to own physical gold and silver. And guess what? Your chance to get off the sidelines and join this bull market is right now. My name is Jeremy Blossom. I'm with Advantage Gold, the #1 customer-rated gold company in America. And we have a free gold investment guide to help you understand what's going on and, more importantly, how to own physical gold and silver. All you need to do is call us at 1-800-900-8000 today, and we'll rush you this guide. It's 1-800-900-8000. Get our free gold investment guide and learn why now is the right time to own physical gold and silver. And if you call now, you could also earn up to $1,000 in free silver. What are you waiting for? Get off the sidelines. Call 1-800-900-8000 today.
Paid for by Advantage Gold. Performance may vary. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Always consult your financial and tax professional.
Do you have a special needs child or an older adult in your home? The risk of them leaving the house unnoticed is real and terrifying. But you can protect your loved ones with Vivint Home Security.
Alarm on. Our child has autism. He doesn't usually elope, but one day he did, and it was the most terrifying moment of our lives.
If I didn't have a home security system, I would have realized way too late he's gone.
Right now, Vivint is offering a free doorbell camera with any new plan, plus free installation and low monthly monitoring plans. Smart locks, lights, cameras, and more makes Vivint Home Security the smartest way to protect your family and prevent a tragedy. Vivint is the #1 smart home service provider in the U.S. Protection is just a phone call away. Call 800-953-6693. That's 800-953-6693. Monthly service agreement required for free installation.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? The stress from excessive credit card debt can ruin your life. Collection calls, sleepless nights, If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, JetBlue is here for you. JetBlue uses secret programs that most credit card companies won't tell you about. They'll help you consolidate or settle your debts for a fraction of what you owe. With JetBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved. There's no risk. The more you owe, the more JetBlue can save you. See how easy it is to get started with free information. Let JetBlue show you how 10 minutes could save you thousands. Call now. 800-200-6895. That's 800-200-6895.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it. And the team at JetBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-200-6895. 800-200-6895.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
This is The Bet, WEEI, 850 AM, Boston. Part of the Bet MGM Network. An Odyssey sports station and Boston's home for wagertainment. Always live.
Where this afternoon, second look at Alex Bregman. And a lot of the Red Sox regulars, the Tampa Bay Rays, have come down I-75 to pay the Sox a visit. Excitement on the mound because one of the Red Sox most exciting young pitching prospects, Hunter Dobbins, takes the hill for Alex Cora. Cooper Boardman is alongside. He'll have the lineups. We'll have the first pitch from sunny Florida right after this in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Network.
Save on sirloin steak and ground turkey today at Shaw's and Star Market. Get value pack beef petite sirloin steak or 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey, $3.97 a pound when you use a digital coupon. Limit 2. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarland Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlandEnergy.com.
It's Elliot from Jordan's Furniture, and I have a favor to ask you. Go to your closet to see if you have a like-new, gently used prom dress and bring it to any Jordan's Furniture store, Antoine's Cleaners, or Enterprise Bank. That dress will be professionally cleaned and given to a teen in need who might otherwise not be able to attend the prom. Your closet will be cleaner, your heart will be fuller, and I thank you.
The Subaru of New England, Washington's birthday sales event is here. Feel the freedom of driving the rugged Subaru Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive to tackle any terrain. Buy with 2.9% financing or lease for just $299 per month. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Feel the freedom when you're driving in a Subaru. Come on!
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network. This is WEEI.
Welcome back to Fort Myers, JetBlue Park for the Boston Red Sox and Tampa Bay Rays. Cooper Boardman here with you. Will Fleming in just a moment. Joe Braverman back inside the flagship as the Red Sox at 1-2 in the early Grapefruit League take on Tampa Bay. They are 1-3. Let's get you the starting lineups first for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. They actually have a surprising number of regulars, at least at the top of the lineup for a Wednesday game on the road. Josh Lowe leads it off, the right fielder, trying to bounce back from a tough 2024. Junior Caminero bats second, the third baseman, former #1 prospect in baseball. He'll be their starting third baseman most likely on opening day. Same for Jonathan Aranda at first base. He bats third. Christopher Morel came over in that deadline deal for Isaac Paredes. Bats cleanup and plays left field. Then Curtis Mead, the second baseman, hitting fifth. Johnny DeLuca hits sixth. The center fielder, Taylor Walls, will be their opening day shortstop, batting seventh. Trey Morgan, the 8-hitter, as the designated hitter. And Kenny Piper is the catcher, batting ninth, with Ian Seymour on the mound for Tampa, the minor league pitcher of the year in the Tampa Bay Rays organization. We actually have two minor league pitchers of the year in each respective side today. Hunter Dobbins for the Red Sox against Seymour for the Rays. For the Red Sox, the starting lineup, Jarren Duran leads off the left fielder. Alex Bregman in for the second time this spring. The announcement on Sunday to the Red Sox organization was pretty good. 3 for 3, the double, the home run, and came up really just short of a second home run. He plays third base today, for the record, batting second, followed by Tristan Casas, the first baseman, hitting third. Trevor Story is the shortstop today. He bats cleanup. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Rob Refsnyder, gets a chance in there. Vaughn Grissom continues at second base. He bats sixth after he played second base yesterday as well in Northport. Cedon Rafaela bats seventh. He patrols center field. Blake Sable does the catching to start. We'll probably see Carlos Narvaez later on today, batting eighth. And Nate Eaton, who tripled late in the game to help the Red Sox score their only run on the road against Atlanta, bats ninth and plays right field. That team has just taken the field on a perfect Wednesday, February afternoon in Fort Myers. Not a big breeze to speak of. The flags in right center field hanging limp, but there is not an inch of this field that does not have sunshine on it on another just beautiful afternoon. Rained a couple of days ago. We have not seen anything like it the last couple of days. Blue skies overhead and white clouds dotting the horizon. And the sun shining down on Hunter Dobbins, the right-hander for the Red Sox, getting ready to start for the first time here at JetBlue Park in 2025. Minor league pitcher of the year in the organization, got to AAA at the very tail end of the regular season. And he was awesome. You don't get minor league pitcher of the year without being awesome. Dominated at AA, pitched to a 2.61 ERA over 4 AAA starts. He'll run that fastball up to 96, 97, 98 miles an hour. Guy who throws a ton of different pitches. And, you know, again, we'll talk about it as the day goes along about where the rotation battle is. The health of Cutter Crawford continues to be in question. Brian Bayo seems to be at least a little bit more on the right track. We know Richard Fitz and Quinn Priest are in the conversation for the 5, 6, 7 spots. This is a guy in Hunter Dobbins that towards the tail end of last year in the minor league level pitched himself into a different echelon. And, well, today is the first in a series of auditions to put himself in a major league conversation. He'll face Josh Lowe, Junior Caminero, and Jonathan Aranda at the top of the Tampa Bay Rays lineup. And as Dobbins readies for his first pitch, here's Will Fleming.
Hey, thanks, Coop. Echelon, a big Syracuse word, as Dobbins fires, and a first pitch pop-up into right field. Easily back is Nate Eaton. And up into the bright sky, he reaches to make the play. And one pitch from Dobbins, 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and there's one away.
It's all about syllables. Rays with Lowe, Caminero, and Aranda up top. Red Sox defensive alignment with Tristan Casas at first, Vaughn Grissom at second. Alex Bregman plays third, Trevor Story at short. Outfield left to right, Duran, Rafaela, and Eaton.
So here is Junior Caminero, a guy who a lot of people who track young talent think is just about the highest upside prospect in the sport, along with Roman Anthony, as Caminero takes a pitch outside from Dobbins. That one 96 miles an hour. You can get it up there, Ken Dobbins. Big four-seamer. Added a splinker a year ago. The 1-0 pitch is a broken bat pop-up into shallow center field. Long run in for Cedon, and on the gallop, he's there to make the play. 2 quick fly ball outs. And just like that, 2 away. 25 years old, from Bryan, Texas. To Texas Tech, like so many other pitchers. Tommy John in the 2021 season. It's been a slow recovery, but as Coop told you, really emerged last season. He throws 6 or 7 different pitches: slider, sweeper, splinker, the combo, the two-seamer, and a splitter. He looks the part on the mound. Big, strong right-hander. With 2 outs, here's Jonathan Aranda. He fouls the first pitch off on the third base side. 6'2". He's listed at 185. That can't be right. He looks much bigger than that. And the Red Sox very excited about his potential going forward. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit outside with a fastball. And it's 1-1. As Cooper told you, Bregman is at third. He's really where the shortstop would ordinarily play. This is the most the Red Sox can shift within the new rules on the left side. Story almost right behind the second base bag. 1-1. The pitch is looped foul on the third base side. Pedro Martinez was in camp today, visiting with Brian Bayo and a lot of the members of the Red Sox staff. Dwight Evans, Jim Rice, all also out on the backfields. It was a really cool day for the Red Sox alums here in spring training. Bayo is still progressing, throwing off flat ground. The Red Sox hoping he can get healthier and healthier and make his way back in time to be part of things by opening day. The 1-2, swing and a miss. He got him. 97-mile-an-hour fastball from Dobbins. That was impressive. 3 up, 3 down. No score after half an inning for the Red Sox. Duran, Bregman, and Casas. Right after this in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
If you're a heating, cooling, or oil burner technician looking for a much better opportunity, it's time to talk to my guy, Scott McFarland at McFarland Energy. Up to $2,400 in safety bonuses every year. See McFarlandEnergy.com/careers.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo.
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund, so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Looking for a great value for lunch? Visit the 99 Restaurant for their new Daytime Deals menu, available Monday through Saturday until 5 p.m. Try the Vermont Cheddar Chicken Sandwich, flatbread combos, and 6 new hearty sandwiches. You gotta love the 9s.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jarren Duran leads it off for the Red Sox. Bottom of the first, he takes strike one on an 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Ian Seymour. The next pitch comes home, and Jarren takes a strike. Change-up this time. Right on the outside black, and it's 0-2. Duran in spring for the second time. Coming off an absolute breakout season a year ago. All-Star, was the MVP of that affair. Big 2-run homer in the game. Looks stronger and more athletic than ever, and that's saying something with Jarren. Bregman on deck. The 0-2 is a little bit outside, and it's 1-2. We expect to see Walker Buehler make his spring debut on Sunday. He checked out just fine after taking a Romy Gonzalez line drive off the hand in live batting practice yesterday. 1-2 to Duran, and he takes a changeup in the dirt and away. It's 2-2. We'll see how Alex Cora runs out the opening day lineup. I mean, Devers loves to hit second. They love Duran in the leadoff spot, but it sure is a cool combo to see Duran followed by Bregman. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Good slider. And Duran is gone. And here now is the man who is the talk not only of this camp, but really all of Major League Baseball in some ways. Right-hander Alex Bregman. And he's going to hear a lot of that here in Florida, and even more back in Boston. There's just such a palpable buzz around him, and it's just fascinating to watch him operate. Here's the pitch to Bregman. Strike on the inside corner today in BP. He was launching balls left and right over the green monster as he did in his Red Sox debut 2 days ago. 0-1 from Seymour to Bregman. Here's the pitch. That's a check swing. Fastball missed. Eric Bacchus is the home plate umpire. But just the way that Bregman interacts with his teammates, and one in particular I think is fascinating to watch. 1-1 pitch, swing, and a chopper foul off the end of the bat. It's 1-2. He and Rafi Devers were in the same BP group today, and it doesn't take 10 seconds being around Bregman to see what everyone raves about. He has advice and tips and friendly banter for everybody around the cage, and especially today, Devers. 1 out in the bottom of the first, no score. The 1-2 to Bregman is swung on and fouled. He's an innate leader, and I think he understands the difficulty for Rafi right now, the possibility that Alex could land at third, all the drama that swirled around that, and I think so telling that Bregman leans into that.
You listen to him in his first press conference. How many times did he say the word win? Take a shot every time he said the word win. And, it becomes a cliche until you actually watch him go about his business. That is the only thing he cares about.
1 ball, 2 strikes. He's done it at all levels. Bregman, he takes strike 3 called on the outside corner. A changeup. Bregman sort of knew it, and he has gone 2 away.
I also think, too, in this lineup, whether he ends up as the 2-hitter or the 3-hitter, remains to be seen, to your point. But there aren't a lot of ways to attack him, right? The pitch that he hit the worst on last year was the fastball, and we saw what he did to fastballs a few days ago.
Here is Casas, 2 down. He takes a breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner. Aranda at first, Meade at second. Taylor Walls can really pick it at shortstop. Caminero at third. DeLuca anchors the outfield in center with Lowe in right, Morel in left. 0-1 to Tristan. Working on a new approach at the plate. He takes a little bit low and outside. He took one of the more unique batting practices I've ever seen from him, and that's kind of been a theme here in spring training. Every single swing was inside out and sort of soft line drives to left, almost as if he was intentionally going the other way. And sure enough, an hour later, he sits down with the people from Fangraphs and tells them, yes, I'm trying to go the other way almost all the time now. 1-1 with 2 down. The pitch is popped up the other way into left. That'll hang up for Caminero. Nothing's easy on a sunny day like this, but the Rays left fielder is able to make the play. That's Chris Morel. And the inning is over. See how long that approach lasts at the plate for Casas. After an inning, no score in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Network.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarland Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlandEnergy.com.
Hey guys, it's Courtney, and I've got some great news. There's never been a better time to make the move to Verizon. Get over $500 in value and savings when you have mobile and Fios with Verizon. Plus, the Fios 1 gig plan comes with a 5-year price guarantee. Save up to $300 annually on your Fios internet bill. Plus, for a limited time, get a $200 Verizon gift card when you sign up for a Fios 1 gig plan and use it to pay for your Fios bill. That's like getting 3 months of free Fios home internet. Don't miss out. Stop by your nearest Verizon location for details on this limited time offer and learn how you can get over $500 in value and savings today. Gift card offer and 5-year price guarantee ends 2/19/25. Requires Fios service for 65 days before gift card registration. 1 offer per eligible account. 3 months free based on Fios 1 gig plan rate of $64.99 a month with auto pay and mobile plus home discounts. Price guarantee for new subscribers and applies to current base rates only. Other charges and third-party services and perks excluded. Additional terms apply. See store for details.
At the American Heritage Museum, we proudly celebrate Black History Month. Join us in Hudson, Mass. as we salute the courage of Black military heroes all month long and salute the sacrifices they made for freedom and equality.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Now, back to the game on WEEI.
Hunter Dobbins back to the mound for the second inning. Chris Morel, trade acquisition for the Rays a year ago, takes a pitch outside from Dobbins, who is so impressive in the first inning. No score, Sox and the Rays, and can you believe it? Joe Castig is in the booth, swinging a foul straight back. 1-1. Joe, tan as ever, great to see you. How are you?
Well, thank you very much. Great to be with you and Cooper, and can't stay away from the ballpark.
Why would you want to? You live just down the road. I mean, the minute Red Sox started showing up, Joe, was at press conferences and the rhythms of his life. 1-1 pitch, strike from Dobbins, 1-2.
And to see old friends, you know, that's a big part of it. The social aspect of this game is just, I think, so captivating.
No doubt about that. 1-2 from Dobbins. The pitch, swing and a miss. He blew him away. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Pedro was here, Joe. I know he's one of your all-time favorites. He was working on the back mounds with all the young pitchers for the Red Sox. And what a gift it is for this franchise that they have Pedro, that they welcome him back, and that he's so giving.
Yeah, he has a tremendous way of explaining his own philosophy of pitching and also pitching mechanics and techniques to young people, which is not an easy thing to do. And, you know, I think he's very patient, too, which really helps, because sometimes the greatest players are not the best teachers because they don't have the patience.
Was he patient with your daughter when he taught her how to speak Spanish?
Very patient, yeah.
1-0 from Dobbins to Curtis Mead, and a fastball misses inside, ball 2.
Yeah, it was very encouraging, too. And of course, his wife was at Boston College around the same time that Mike Kate was there, so they had that in common.
2-0, foul ball deep and out of play down the right field line.
Also says something about him, too, that he keeps coming back, right? He's been back every single year, it feels like.
Well, you know, he played for several teams, but obviously the Red Sox had their cap in the Hall of Fame, and that is his home.
2-1 pitch is a little bit outside. 3-1. Maybe he can get on the phone and start right now recruiting Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the next spring.
I'm sure that'll come to pass.
3-1 pitch.
At least the attempt.
Oh my, this ball is absolutely hammered to deep left center field, and adios. I mean, that is a mammoth home run over the monster. Curtis Mead launches, and it's 1-0 Tampa.
They really like him, and they really like him for good reason. Hasn't really been able to stick at the big league level the last couple of years. Went home to Australia in the offseason, came back, and he's doing a lot of that.
Would have broken a few windows in the parking garage behind the left field wall.
No kidding. Back in Boston as well. You know, Dobbins only allowed 2 home runs all of last year, so that's unusual for him. But that one, a no-doubter, as here is the Tampa Bay center fielder, Johnny DeLuca, and he takes a 97-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1.
Where do you guys think that would have landed at Steinbrenner Field?
We're about to find out in a couple months' time. The 0-1 is a strike. Yeah, that's going to be so bizarre, isn't it, Joe, that they've got to play their home games at the Yankees spring training facility with all the uncertainty and damage to Tropicana Field?
And the rain delays are going to be prolific.
They are. 2, that was very close, but called a ball 1-2.
I think when you're Miami, before they went to the roof, had something like 35 rain delays. I think that's going to happen there at Steinbrenner Field, too.
A run in, broken bat foul on the first base side. DeLuca, the Braveheart spear out onto the turf in front of Dobbins. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. How are you adjusting to the rhythms of your new schedule, Joe?
Well, it's still like spring training and off season, so that'll probably take effect opening day when you guys are in Texas, and I'm still down here.
Jan, we begging you to find things to do out of the house, I'm sure, by the end of April. Mead homered. DeLuca needs a new bat. It's 1-2. You've been around camp, Joe, really since players showed up. There is a real buzz, especially once Bregman came. It feels totally different, don't you think?
Yeah, I think that really changed the entire atmosphere. And all of a sudden, you know, everyone realizes this club is very serious about being a top contender.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Dobbins, and that is a little bit outside. You've been around for so many of those big swings that the Red Sox took in their great run in the 90s and into the 2000s, whether it be the trade for Chris Sale, bringing over Manny, trading for Pedro, all the big moves that they made, and it really does lift a clubhouse and the fan base in particular in Boston.
Yeah, I think most recently it happened in 18 when in the spring training they signed J.D. Martinez to a $100 million deal, and they won it all that year, and he had some very productive seasons for the Red Sox.
He's still looking for a gig in spring training. So many other veteran hitters remain on the market. 2-2 swing and a miss. He got him. So Dobbins, a nice little bounce back. Second out of the inning. Another strikeout for the right-hander. His stuff looks very good.
Ran that up in 97. And that's what he does. 97, 98. When he's there, he is a big league pitcher. He looks like a big league pitcher.
Apparently he's addicted to Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And before every bullpen, before a start, he will down a bottle of Dr. Pepper, which I believe has not made it all far from his hometown of Bryan, Texas. A curveball, the first he's thrown is low to Taylor Walls, ball one.
I've been to the Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas.
Here's a chopper foul. If there's a museum, Joe's been to it.
You got to talk to Hunter about it. He's obsessed with it.
I wonder what the...
I like the diet Dr. Pepper.
You do?
Yeah, very much.
Go with the
frozen
Cobb
yogurt
salad, right?
Yeah. A little frozen yogurt. A nice float.
1-1 strike. That is a foul into the mitt of the catcher's Sable, and it is 1-2. All the regular infielders out there today for the Red Sox, with the exception of Devers for now. The 1-2 is up and away. The second base battle continues to really be fascinating because Grissom is in there again today. We're waiting for Christian Campbell to get starts there. He says that the Red Sox want him to first focus on a lot of time on the backfield. It's getting comfortable at second. 2-2, line foul. On the third base side, it remains 2-2.
It's so important to be able to turn double plays, and that's so critical. Why the position is so important.
And don't you think, Joe, that was a big problem for the Red Sox the last 2 years? They just didn't turn enough double plays. 2-2. That is just outside full count.
Yeah, it wasn't just the errors, it was the failure to turn two and big threats. It was certainly the pitcher's best friend's a double play ball.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Bregman coming in, shielding himself from the sun, and right outside the line, Alex is there to make the play. Well, a massive home run from Curtis Mead, but otherwise really impressive from Hunter Dobbins. Just earned himself another DP. We go to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Rays on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Winter weather can be frightful, but Shaws and Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shaws and Star Market offer free curbside pickup or get delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shaws and Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaws and Star Market can save you time and money.
John Sewer and Drain Cleaning is the name to know when your drains don't flow. John Sewer is also hiring technicians at their Norwood location to handle growing demand in southeastern Mass. To join New England's most experienced team, go online to johnsewer.com to apply today.
We get the job done.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Bridgestone tires. So we buy Bridgestone tires for less and sell them for less. The guaranteed lowest price you'll find anywhere. Plus, we give you more free services for life than any other tire dealer. So when you're looking for Bridgestone tires, there's only one place to go. Town Fair Tire. Because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story leads it off in the bottom of the second. First pitch from Ian Seymour to Trevor is Fastball it misses inside for ball one. Trevor is really taking on an added leadership role throughout all this spring training. Of course, he hosted Story Camp down in Texas. 1-0 is a hot shot off the leg of the pitcher, Seymour. It bounces out towards second base, but it is handled there by Meade. Throws to first, and Story is retired. He said, Joe, I know that to lead, I need to be in the fires with these guys, and it would be such a huge story for the Red Sox if they could have him for a full season.
Well, certainly he's been missed drastically, and it sets up the whole defense. He's so good and so much fun to watch defensively.
Here's Rob Refsnyder, DH today. The pitch is right in there, but called a ball. A little bit high with a slider, I guess. And it is 1-0. It feels a certainty that Refsnyder and Romy Gonzalez will be on the bench from the right side, both those super utility types. 1-0 pitch is another ball. Romy is going to play a lot in spring training once he's fully healthy. He's dealing with a little tightness in his side at first base. And that really is a position for Boston going into this season that, unlike others on the roster, they don't have a lot of depth at. 2-0 is high. Ball three.
Give him a right-hand bat if Casas is the regular there, and possibly a platoon situation.
I think another guy who's really standing out, it is early. You don't want to overreact, but David Hamilton has looked really, really good. 3-0 pitch, foul ball. He was swinging away. Green light, 3-0. It's off the mask of the catcher, 3-1.
Well, when you run the way he does, people forget for the Red Sox last year, obviously speed was such a big part of it. He was 1/3 of those stolen bases that the Red Sox had last year.
The athleticism was really unprecedented for the Red Sox. No longer the Red Sox by any means.
3-1 is swung on and missed. Big cut at a fastball, 90 miles an hour, and it's 3-1. Joe Castig joining us here at JetBlue. Tom Hamilton's going into the Hall of Fame. He's going to be the next inductee for the Ford Frick. That's very cool news.
Very exciting news. I've talked to Tom several times, trying to help him get the lay of the land and the logistics involved, and he's thrilled. Very emotional, really.
Well, yeah. When he got the call, he went on to MLB TV and was just so overcome with joy, and he really is one of the wonderful guys in the game.
I'm very happy for Tom and also for Cleveland, where I had my formative years.
Here is Vaughn Grissom. 1 on, 1 out. Rays leading the Sox here in Fort Myers, 1-0. Refsnyder has a nice lead at first. Grissom takes a strike at the top of the zone.
Our buddy Jeffrey Lyons is listening in New York today.
Always so great to hear from him, see him. Fun to spend time with him at the Riverside Living, the Hebrew home with David Pomerantz. The 0-1 is skied into left center field. It'll hang up. Coming in on it is Johnny DeLuca, the Rays center fielder. He's there to make the play, 2 down.
Yeah, that was a really fun event we do every year, and this year, not only with John Sterling, who's retired, and Susan Waldman, but the new voice of the Yankees, our good friend Dave Sims.
Thrilled for him. Such a perfect fit, don't you think?
Much deserving. He's done Seattle TV for almost 2 decades and has lived in New York since 1975. So he's a New Yorker through and through, even though he's a Philly native.
History of the team in and out. Here's Cedon, who's got a new look, new hand position. Put a ton of time in the offseason. He takes a fastball high for ball 1. Refsnyder at first with 2 down. Blake Sable, the catcher's out on deck. Cedon pops this one straight back and foul. He is always a free swinger, Cedon. And it's not that the Sox don't want him to let it rip. The fan made a very nice play on a carom, it's worth saying. But they just want him to swing at more strikes. Seems like the center field job is his. 1-1. Pitch. Chopper to the left side. The Rays shortstop Walls goes the short way to second in time. And the inning is over. After 2, Rays 1, Sox nothing in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, it's Greg, and we are thrilled to have wrapped up yet another year of partnership with Chick-fil-A through the Community Heroes program. Over $22,000 was donated to various organizations, and if you'd like to nominate somebody in your community, just go to thegreghillfoundation.org/heroes.
We're right back to the Sox. You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network
on WEEI.
Aroldis Chapman is on the mound for the first time in a Red Sox uniform. Big free agent splash. They're one of the more decorated, hard-throwing left-handers of the last 15 years. Chapman make his spring debut right here in the top of the third. Twitter is breaking because of how many people were thrilled to hear Joe Castiglione's voice in our booth. So fun to have him along. We'll try to do a lot more of that. Joe's going to do about 6 full games in spring training, but whenever he's around, which I hope will be often, we'll have him on. So that was great. And now for the play-by-play with Chapman on the mound, here's Coop.
All right, well, here we go. It is funny just sitting here watching Aroldis Chapman warm up, like how familiar it looks. Big left-hander fires at a first-pitch fastball for a strike, and as that fastball came in and the mitt popped, you heard kind of a ripple throughout JetBlue Park. 98 miles an hour. Best left-handed reliever of the last decade plus. Deals outside at 99. Again, the crowd goes, ooh.
I think it'll be fascinating to see because it's always been the case in his career. He's either unhittable, totally dominant, or wild and erratic. There's usually not much in between.
From the third base side, delivers, swinging a high fly ball center field. Cedon Rafael is under it. And he puts it away in dead away center to retire Trey Morgan for the first out in a Red Sox uniform for Aroldis Chapman.
This is something, though, that Alex Cora has been begging for years. Velocity from the left side and true size. Big build, and Chapman certainly checks all those boxes.
It's been no secret, both in the words of Alex Cora, Craig Breslow, Andrew Bailey, that the Red Sox didn't throw hard enough out of their bullpen last year. First pitch fouled back by their catcher, Kenny Piper, 9-hitter from the right-hand side. Red Sox last year threw fewer than 100 pitches at 98+ miles an hour. That was among the bottom few in the big leagues. I think we saw the effects of that as the season wore on. Deals an 0-1, swing and a miss. That was 101 miles per hour from Aroldis Chapman.
Well, I think, everybody, it's no secret the Red Sox did not throw a lot of four-seam fastballs last year because they didn't have a lot of good ones on their staff. With Chapman and others, that changes. Why not? 101, your fourth spring pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes. Big lefty sets. Offset stance. Quiets the glove. And comes home. Fired in 101 upstairs for ball 1.
So much for easing into camp. I mean, these guys do so much in the offseason to come in throwing this hard.
You can know it's happening. You can't do anything to stop it. 1-2, down and in. That was off speed at 90 from Chapman. Aroldis told his manager, Alex Cora, earlier on this week that this is the hardest he's ever thrown this early in spring. For whatever that's worth, and doing it at his age. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is again fouled back at 100 on the dot for Aroldis Chapman.
Alex told us today that Aroldis has really emerged as kind of a mentor for some of the young Latin pitchers the Red Sox have. That it's very important with some of the language barriers going on with the young Latin pitchers that Chapman is showing them the way.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Lefty sets and fires again and gets a ground ball foul third base side. I mean, you and I were talking about it the other day. You know, you talked to Roman Anthony about Alex Bregman. What's crazy for him is he grew up watching Alex Bregman. Well, if you're a guy from Latin America and you've watched baseball over the last almost 2 decades, this has been the preeminent reliever in baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Way outside this time at 100. He's gone 3-2 on Kenny Piper.
Well, you have to remember, now we're so used to velocity that it feels normal-ish. When this guy came onto the scenes, he was an absolute alien in the way that he could throw, especially from the left side.
3-2, swing and a miss. 99 right by Kenny Piper. First Red Sox strikeout for Aroldis Chapman. 300 career saves for the 36-year-old from Cuba, Aroldis Chapman. 7-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion. Now he goes left on left against Josh Lowe and deals outside. And there's also, I think, value in the familiarity with the division. Time he pitched with the Yankees. And value in the fact that he's won, and won twice with the Cubs and the Rangers. 2016 and 23. 1-0 on the outside corner at a cool 99 to go 1-1 on Lowe.
Well, I mean, he's been dominant, he's been overpowering, but the rain delay might have saved his legacy in a lot of ways in that Cubs World Series, because he's the guy who gave up the home run to Raj Davis, one of the most famous swings in World Series history.
1-1, slider dips outside, 2-1.
Of course, the delay, the Cubs come back and win that World Series. I mean, he's been a Yankee for all those years, Cubs, just all these high-profile performances. He was great with the Rangers a couple years ago, winning that championship.
2-1, just down and away. Holds the major league record for hardest pitch ever thrown at 105.8. 3-1, swing and a miss, just 97. And he's gone full on Josh Lowe. He has long had one of those fastballs, even as the velocity has dipped from 105, 104, 103 down to where he is now, where he can get to 101, but he's going to be 99. Even so, so many places where you know the fastball's coming, you cannot stop it. 3-2 out. I'll bet he'll throw one here. Here it comes, and it's line foul the other way, 98.
It's just going to be about strike throwing for him. I mean, when he's in the zone, he is so dominant, but there have been periods in his career, and especially lately, where he can lose it in a real hurry.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, none on. The pitch from Aroldis Chapman is outside for ball 4. Not a bad miss, but he did miss, and Josh Lowe has a 2-out walk here in the third.
This will be interesting to watch. I think, chance this might be his last hitter. I mean, he's throwing 100. First outing of spring. Don't care how stretched out he is. I really don't think you want to push him too high in a pitch count world.
And he faces Junior Caminero, right-hand hitting third baseman. Man off first, Sox down 1-0 in the third. And pitch inside to Caminero. This is fun because you have Aroldis Chapman running 99 on that first pitch against Caminero, who has been heralded as one of the best fastball hitting prospects, high velocity hitting prospects in the game over the last few years. Caminero hits from an open stance, swaggling the bat, bouncing up and down on his shoulder. Now he quiets, and Chapman checks on first with a gangly move. And no matter what the temperature is, think 75 at first pitch today at JetBlue Park, Aroldis Chapman. I've never seen Aroldis Chapman's lower arm, always in long sleeves. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Caminero was offering it a fastball at the letters, then stopped, but stopped a little bit too late. And it's 1-1. Outfield plays Caminero deep. Infield shifted left side. Grissom, the second baseman, nearly behind the bag with a runner off first. And a 1-1 pitch from Chapman, way upstairs. Slider that got away. For a lot of his career, the question was obviously not about the fastball, how hard he could throw it or how many guys he could be with it. It was about everything else. Really honed in that slider and his other offerings, the splitter when he was with the Yankees for that period of time. Again, he throws over. Again, Lowe steps back. So Chapman is out of disengagements on this at bat. Josh Lowe off first, who can run a little bit. Takes a good lead off of first. Casas holding on, not going, and the pitch is fouled back 2-2.
All eyes on him, and as always in spring training, a home game, there are a lot of eyes in the Red Sox dugout. I mean, look, it's shoulder to shoulder, front to back. There got to be 60 guys in the Red Sox dugout today.
Not an inch available on that railing. All of them leaning over and watching Aroldis Chapman pitch. Back to him. He looks at first, and a 2-2 is just high. Caminero nearly pulled the trigger.
That right-hander is up in the bullpen, so I do think this will be it for him no matter what.
And for whatever it's worth, it'd be nice to see a strike here and get himself a scoreless inning. He's gone 3-2 on consecutive batters. Payoff pitch to Caminero is called low. Thought he dotted 98 at the knees on the inside corner. But Caminero, with his tail between his legs, takes a walk, consecutive walks, and that'll do it for Aroldis Chapman. So Chapman gets a fly out of Trey Morgan, struck out Kenny Piper, and then walks Lowe and Caminero on consecutive payoff offerings, and he will walk off to an applause for a lot of people that are happy he's wearing this uniform. Red Sox going to the bullpen, down 1-0 in the third. Will step aside for a pitching change on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Red Sox go to the bullpen in the third inning, down 1-0 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Aroldis Chapman faces 4 batters in his spring debut in the Red Sox organization. And the Red Sox go to Isaac Stebbins, right-hander out of Oklahoma State, to try to clean up a mess with 2 men on. Be interesting to see, Will, with Chapman. You know, obviously he's going to be a high-leverage guy. He'll be your number 1 lefty out of the bullpen. But, you know, the reality is that you just think about that outing right there. He needs to be very good for this team the way the bullpen is constructed. It might be obvious, but it's true. Stebbins in. Jonathan Aranda bats with 2 on and 2 down. Left-hand hitting first baseman against Stebbins. And the righty from a sidearm slot misses inside for ball 1.
Well, Alex Cora is not going anywhere near talking about who will close games for the Red Sox. He gets asked about it all the time. He just keeps saying we're early in the process. That will work itself out.
1-0 down and away with the sinker. 2-0.
A lot of it hinges on Liam Hendricks, how he looks a little later today. Justin Slayton, of course, is in the mix.
It's funny, you know, and not there hasn't been a lot of conversation about Chapman as the closer, and it's not to say that there hasn't been internally or he wouldn't be or anything like that. 2-0 is a strike. 2-1 to Aranda. But certainly you're hearing Hendricks' name more, Slayton's name a little bit more before you're hearing Chapman's. This is a guy who's 300 career saves. Low off second, Caminero off first at 2-1, grounded right at Grissom. He gloves it second. He throws to first in the inning ends, so Isaac Stebbins keeps this a 1-0 game. Gets a ground out against Jonathan Aranda to finish off the top half of the third. Red Sox down 1-0 against the Rays. Sable Eaton, then Jaron Duran when we come back on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
Celebrate your favorite presidents with money from findmassmoney.gov. You could have unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check, or refund check that never got to you. It's estimated by the state treasurer that 1 out of every 10 of us has unclaimed property. My name was on the list. Yours could be too. Just go to findmassmoney.gov today. It'll only take 30 seconds to look for your name. And if you file a claim, make sure you fill out the paperwork so you can become reunited with your lost funds. Hey guys, it's Greg for East Coast Metal Roofing. If you've been thinking about a new roof, don't wait any longer. Proposed tariffs on aluminum could increase the cost of a new metal roof by up to 25% beginning March 12th. Right now, you can save 10% and get 0% financing during the Spring into Savings event at East Coast Metal Roofing. Just mention my name and WEEI when you visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com, but you ought to do it before March 12th when the tariffs kick in. East Coast Metal Roofing, the official roofing partner of the Boston Celtics.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. Find out how fast and inexpensive it is to keep your basement dry for good. Don't let rain cause damage to your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sox trail 1-0 as we hit the bottom of the third inning today at JetBlue Park in Fort Myers with Will Fleming, Cooper Boardman, Joe Braverman back inside the flagship. And Blake Sable, the 8-hitter, set to lead off against a new Tampa arm. Right-hander deals. And it's a fastball in the outside corner at 95 miles an hour from Joniel Corrette. Shorter, stockier right-hander. And he deals. And it's fouled back by Sable. Ian Seymour, their starter, done. And now Corrette's turn, wearing one of the better spring training uniforms out there, I think. The light baby blue. Rays star logo in the top left corner. Pitch is cut on and missed. Back foot slider that got Sable out in front. And he strikes out to start the third. Corrette wearing the, I don't think they're actually true stirrups, but navy with 3 powder blue stripes around, and then the light blue hat with a brilliantly yellow bill. Nate Eaton takes down and away. Rays have the lead on a home run by Curtis Mead off of Hunter Dobbins, who, other than that one pitch that went a very long way, looked pretty good in his spring debut. Pitch is swung on, line left field, base hit off the bat of Nate Eaton down towards the corner. Eaton can run, some time to pick it up by Morel in the corner, and that allows Eaton to hit second with a double. Turned on another, a triple yesterday, and 2 more bags today with 1 down in the third.
I'll tell you what, he looks really good. A super impressive batting practice today. It's a compact swing, suits Fenway very well here too, of course. And direct path, huge power. I mean, he had launched a ton of home runs earlier today, and he can run well. He's got a nice collection of tools.
He's played in 72 big league games a couple of years ago with the Kansas City Royals. And he leads off second with Jaron Duran in the box. First pitch that Jaron swings and fouls back off to the left. You do see that. This is a 21st round pick of the Royals in 2018. Takes 5 years or 4 years to get to the big leagues. And now he's 28 years old, and he looks comfortable in everything he does on a baseball field. Leads off second. Taylor Walls, a shortstop, creeps in behind him. Pitch to Duran way upstairs. 1-1.
23 pitches for Chapman, only 11 strikes. That number needs to go way up in the year.
Be interesting, too, the conversations with Andrew Bailey about what he can do, because this is a guy that's thrown very similar way for a long time. 1-1 foul back by Duran, 1-2. But it's not rocket science when you throw strikes, especially at that velocity. Good things happen. Eaton leads off second. He's the game's tying run here in the bottom of the third. Corrette sets, working from the stretch, turns to second, and delivers to Duran, who swings, hits it hard, looping down left field, and it's in front of the left fielder, Morel, for a hit. Eaton had to hold up, see it down. He stops at third. The throw came to the plate, so Duran takes second. Probably the most Jarren Duran play we've seen so far this spring. The throw to the plate, he gets 90 more feet. The Red Sox have 2 in scoring position with 1 down.
Yeah, when Jarren is at his best, it is that right there. Opposite field power. He obviously can hit mistakes, pull them out of any ballpark. As Bregman stands in. It was a good read on the bases, too, by Eaton. Really good.
And it's about as impossible to have as much speed on the bases as the Red Sox do right now. Men on second and third, 1 down for Alex Bregman, who takes strike 1 and a fastball down the middle. Bregman doubled and hit a home run on Sunday. Struck out looking back in the first. And bats with 2 on and 1 down in his second game in a Red Sox uniform. Takes down and in, 1-1. Right-hand box, 2 on the back of his bright red jersey. At patented stance, slowly wiggling the bat high above his head. 1-1, he takes a change-up low, 2-1. It is a puzzle to find a way to attack him when he's going right. The pitch that he hit the worst on slugging-wise last year was the fastball, and he still hit that pretty well. 2-1. And he does get a fastball just outside. 3 balls and a strike from Corrette. He also changes the complexion of the lineup, not only because he's right-handed, but he walks. He does something the Red Sox did not do enough of last year. And a 3-ball count here, 2 on 1 down. The pitch to Bregman is just on the inside corner. Cutter that nabbed the inner edge. And it's 3-2. His hit with such comfort with 2 strikes throughout his long career. Man off third, Duran off second, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is swung on, hit high in the air, left field and deep. Caminero looking up, and it's pulled in by Morel against the wall. Eaton tags from third, and he scores a long sac fly, and about as loud of an applause for a sac fly as you'll get to tie the game at 1 for Alex Bregman in the third.
Yeah, a little perfect Fenway swing there. I thought it might get up and catch some green. Maybe the wind that's blowing in a little bit from center knocked it down, but it's going to be hard not to sort of hold your breath every time he pulls one at Fenway all summer long.
Duran stayed put at second, so he's the go-ahead run on second for Tristan Casas, who takes down and away from Corrette.
Well, and that's something the Red Sox did not do enough of last year. I mean, it's not a 1-for-1 swap Tyler O'Neill for Alex Bregman, but if you're talking about the right-handed hitter in your middle of your order, you have to be able to get runners in from third with less than 2 outs. Bregman did it there. The Sox did not do a lot of it last year.
1-0, Casas takes down the middle for a strike.
It's so hard today in the game. Everybody's got stuff. It's hard to score runs, and so when you have those opportunities, you got to cash them in.
It's the value of contact, and when people talk about it like contact isn't valued in the game, that's not 100% true. In some pockets, it is. 1-1 is swung on a miss by Casas. Quick throw down to second. Duran did scamper back ahead of the throw from Kenny Piper, the catcher. But, one of the many things in Alex Bregman's profile here that the Red Sox liked is the fact that he makes contact. He's capable of doing that. He's going to take his big swings. He's going to slug. He's going to hit the home run that we saw the other day over the weekend here. But in a moment that matters, he has the ability to put the ball in play or go deep into counts and walk. Duran leads off second. Walls holds him on, and a 1-2 coming to Tristan Casas. Down and in.
I think it's one of the main reasons he's been such a dominant playoff contributor, because he doesn't swing and miss. He puts it in play, and he makes every play defensively. And over again, the teams that do it in the playoffs do those two things.
Just you can look at every box that he checks for the Red Sox, the positional, conversation on the defensive side, and what he changes there. The fact that he walks, the fact that he puts the ball in play, the fact that he's right-handed, every bit of it is perfect. And we got a balk. Happy spring, everyone.
Duran will do that to a lot of pitchers.
Correct came set. I think he just jarred a little bit. Third base dugout said balk 3 times from 3 different voices. And the second base umpire, Jonathan Payne, pointed down to send Duran off third, where he leads here with a 3-2 count to Tristan Casas and 2 down. The pitch is swung on, hit high in the air, center field and deep. DeLuca back in the triangle. He puts it away as he grazed the 420 sign. Nice to see Tristan's pull swing. He can do that. It does end the inning. Red Sox get 1, the sac fly by Alex Bregman. We go to the 4th, tied at 1 on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarland Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlandEnergy.com.
Brought to you by Fidelity Legal LLC. Past results don't guarantee future outcomes. Recovery depends on case details. Were you abused in a youth detention center, juvenile detention center, school, church, or other institution? Thousands have come forward to hold organizations that failed to protect minors accountable. Even if you can't recall your abuser's name, it happened long ago, or your abuser is no longer alive or employed, you may still have a case. Recent lawsuits have resulted in substantial compensation. In certain places, the average settlement is around $250,000, and some receive much more. You may even be able to file anonymously. Deadlines are fast approaching, and certain cases won't be accepted after June 30th. But we must start working on your claim immediately. Act now, or you may forever lose your chance to file. You can't change the past, but you can be compensated for it. Call 800-310-6608 now. That's 800-310-6608. 800-310-6608.
Visit the 99 Restaurant Monday through Wednesday for their newest big deal meal. Your favorite chicken and sausage al forno is back at the Nines for just $14.99 every Monday through Wednesday. You gotta love the Nines.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network
on WEEI.
4th inning, tied at 1. Red Sox and Rays spring training action from Fort Myers. And the bullpen door just swung open. And out comes Liam Hendriks for the first time this spring. On a big league mound for the first time. I know it's not regular season, but on a big league mound for the first time since June 9th of 2023. For Liam Hendriks, long, arduous process back from Tommy John surgery. And he is about to throw that long-awaited first pitch to Christopher Morel to begin the 4th inning. And it's fouled back, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Don't think Liam needed to keep the ball, but he definitely won't now. The count is 0-1 on Morel. Alex Cora was pretty candid with us the last few days, talking about Liam's return in these last few days. 0-1, swing, ground ball. Backhand stop Story at short. He sets, he throws in time. Dug out by Casas nicely as well. And Hendricks gets that first out. Morel to begin the fourth.
How good that must feel. June 9th, 2023, the last time he was on a major league mound. I mean, he's everywhere around the club last year. All the off-the-field community service stuff. A guy who previous year came back from cancer, won comeback player of the year. It's a really remarkable personal story. He, just like Chapman, I mean, a lot of the bullpen hinges on his right arm.
Yeah, it's the first out of Morel. Now he faces right-hand hitting Curtis Mead. And a first pitch fastball, 94 up and in. Now, of course, said it. You know, this is going to be an emotional day for Liam Hendricks, for whatever that's worth. And obviously, the goal is to be healthy for 162 beyond this. Pitch right down the middle at 94, 1-1.
Well, when he's right, it's 97, 98. And when that happens, it is top of the game swing miss stuff. So it's not the end all be all early in camp, but they want him to get it back up into the upper 90s.
1-1 is a strike. 1-2. You've also not heard enough expletives over these first few pitches, so.
He is not afraid.
No. This is like if your kids are in the front row, maybe move back or like get a popcorn.
He's got a little Rich Hill in him in that way.
1-2. That's low. Curveball. Nice stop by Sable.
One thing he'll always do, talk. I mean, you can hear him wherever he is in a ballpark. He's just hilarious to be around.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Liam Hendricks in his spring debut. Sets and deals. Check swing on a curveball down. Check on first. And Brian O'Nora says he did not go. Counts full. Now you can just imagine what it's like to be Liam, right? You gave the date, June 9th, 2023. Go through Tommy John surgery, come back. You feel like he's been a part of this team because he has been a part of this team over the last year plus. 3-2 is swung on, popped high, foul off to the right. But all he's done is watch, just like the rest of us. He sat there and lived through every game and every day almost of the 2024 season with this in mind, with this outing in mind in many ways, and what it represents for what the rest of the year can be for him. 3-2 again, check swing, accidentally fouled off to the right by Meade.
Well, I think for a lot of the year we assumed and thought that he would be back for August or September, and he had a couple setbacks coming back from the recovery. And then the Red Sox played themselves out of the playoff race. At that point, it seemed sort of fruitless to try to push it with Liam.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Hendricks is swung on, chopped right side, through the hole for a base hit. Grissom, the second baseman, was playing nearly behind second for the right-hand hitter and went right where the second baseman usually would be. So a soft single for Meade, and he's on with 1 down here in the fourth. Tied at 1 in the 4th inning. Let's take 10 seconds of pause for station ID. The Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
We are your home for Boston College football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Called strike 1 to Johnny DeLuca. Fort Myers, JetBlue Park with Will Fleming, Cooper Boardman, Joe Braverman back inside the flagship. Tied at 1 between the Sox and the Rays. And Liam Hendricks on the mound for the first time this spring. Man off first. His pitch is swung on, popped up, foul territory right side, hooking out of play. Aroldis Chapman pitched the 3rd inning. Ultimately was not tagged with a run. Didn't, to Will's point earlier, throw enough strikes over 23 pitches, but a first step. And now Liam Hendricks as the bullpen battle continues. Right-hander dangles the right arm, sets, takes a big breath, and comes home. 0-2's low, cutter. Hendricks threw hard the last time he was on a big league mound. As you said, 97, 96. But it was everything else, too, that he had to offer that helped him be one of the best closers in the game. 1-2. Again, low with that cutter.
Well, just as with Chapman, they're not going to push him. There is a right-hander, Jose Adames, up for the Red Sox. I think maybe one more hitter from Liam after this. Just an amazing career journey. I mean, pitched in the Australian League and battled up and down, released by several teams before finally getting a second chance with the Blue Jays, which is the moment his career really did take off in the bullpen.
2 balls, 2 strikes, man on, man down. And the pitch is inside with the cutter. Count full on DeLuca. And it's a reminder, too, and look, we're not with him when the door closes, right? But it is a story of positivity over a long period of time. You talked about the battle with cancer and everything last year. As the runner goes, pitch is swung on, hit high in the air center field. Rafael is under it. He sizes it up, and he makes the catch. Then dropped it, I think, on the transfer. They called it on the play. They throw to second, and Story makes the catch and steps on the bag to retire Curtis Mead, who was going first to second, then back to first.
Spring training for the umpires, too. The first base umpire, who I'm not sure whether it's Brian Onora or not, he made the call that it was on the transfer, but whomever was out at second did not see that, was ready to call the force out at second. Now they'll come together to talk things over. I thought it was on the transfer for sure.
Either way, the Red Sox are going to get it out, and either way, there's going to be a guy on first base. They had a quick conference near second. Neither manager would dare leave his post. Neither manager really cares.
Actually, Brian Onora is down at third. He's the crew chief acting today. He brought everybody together. We're going to let it stand as if it was caught in the air.
So Meade keeps his place at first. Johnny DeLuca is retired on the fly out. And Cedon says thank you. No error to his spring training ledger. A man on first, runner goes. Pitch is down the middle. Throw to second is way late. And Curtis Meade, who kept his place at first base, then decides to steal second. Go-ahead run in scoring position for the Rays against Hendricks. Faces a switch hitter batting left, Taylor Walls. Count is 0-1. Liam Hendricks deals. And it's outside again, 1 ball and 1 strike. But anyway, it's a story of consistent positivity, of a guy who couldn't pitch last year and yet was in the clubhouse and around the team, and even in few moments down to AAA, smiling every day as he misses low with the fastball, 2 balls and a strike to Walls. Turn to the mound late in August and into September at the AAA level. 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. And even there, you talk about being in Worcester, trying to work his way back to the big leagues, and you walk in the door and he's smiling. He's enjoying being on the mound. And talk about earlier with Chapman and these guys from Latin America and the appreciation that they have had for his career. 2-2 is swung on and missed, and Liam Hendricks turns, pumps his fist, and lets out an Australian roar. A strikeout, long time coming for Liam Hendricks. Gets a fist bump from Blake Sable, and now we'll get a round of handshakes as he walks into the Red Sox dugout. A scoreless inning, a complete inning for Liam Hendricks. We go to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
Save on sirloin steak and ground turkey today at Shaws and Star Market. Get value pack beef petite sirloin steak or 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey, $3.97 a pound when you use a digital coupon. Limit 2. Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Hey, Lou Maloney here. Joint pain sucks. It's not the most technical term, I know, but the word fits. Best part is I talked ortholays into using it. Why? Because joint pain sucks the joy out of exercise, the fun out of playing with your kids, The ease out of shoveling the driveway. Even simple stuff like getting out of bed or reaching into the cabinet. My advice, ease your pain. Heal your pain with Ortho Laser New England. Their FDA-approved robotic laser uses targeted light therapy to stimulate your body's natural healing process. It helps your body heal the joint that gave up days, weeks, or even years ago. Ortho Laser New England is your answer for any joint. New injury, old injury, even arthritis. And here's the best part. Treatments cost hundreds, not thousands. So do what I did for my elbow. Schedule your free consultation at any Massachusetts or New Hampshire location. For your pain-free joint visit, ortholaserne.com. That's ortholaser with a Z, NE.com.
The Christian Arcan Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story leads off in the bottom of the fourth inning. Took a first pitch for a ball and fouls the second pitch back. And the count 1-1 on Story. Tied at 1, bottom 4. Lou Merlone is here. What's up, Lou?
Hey, boys. I was just walking around. Thought I'd come in and visit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be working.
A few innings. I mean, what else am I going to do?
Pop up off the bat of Story. Left field. Christopher Morel trots in towards the gap and makes the catch for the first out of the bottom of the fourth.
Thought Hendricks looked good. That last hitter kind of, as you pointed out, like that was probably his last hitter. Yeah. And you could see him let it eat a little more. Saw 96, swing and miss, breaking ball before trying to feel it out, 93. But one last hitter, of course, that screaming yell. Been a while since he struck a guy out in the game, right?
One down, Rob Refsnyder. First pitch swing on a line down the third base line. A base hit, hits the wall that juts out and caroms into left. Refsnyder took a big turn. He's got a one-out single on twice today here in the fourth.
I also think, Lou, we got a little dose of the Aroldis Chapman experience. 101, easy, but then you got to kind of hold your breath. He needs to throw more strikes this year.
Yeah, it's just kind of been who he's always been. So, there's a part of it that, you sort of accept it, but that doesn't mean you don't try to work on it to get better. We've faced him many times and said this could get interesting, and often it's 3 quick outs, but he has that in him as well.
Man on for Vaughn Grissom. He swings first pitch, pop up, right side, foul ground out of play. What do you think of Vaughn so far?
Well, giving him a long look, that's for sure. What was this, game 5? And he said, 4 starts? I know those were rain out, but still, Hamilton got the other start. We haven't seen Christian Campbell get a start yet, but I think Grissom looks a lot better. He looks more comfortable at second. He looks bigger. He looks stronger. Tough when he missed a whole year, which essentially he did.
0-1 count, man on to Vaughn. Pitch to him. Swing, line drive right at the third baseman. Caminero throws to first and Refsnyder's back sliding, but it's another good swing. Like when he's at his best, that's what the swing looks like.
That's a great spring training at bat. Spring training, line out, hit the ball hard. Somebody makes a diving catch, no big deal.
Don't have to run.
Nope. In about a month and a half, you are throwing helmets, throwing bats. You want hits. You don't care if they're off the end of the bat. But in camp, swing decisions, barrel the baseball, that's a win.
Exit velo time, right? Cedar Rafaela takes right down the middle for a strike.
I asked Vaughn today how he's feeling at second base, and he said great, and that he's done it a lot in his life. And he said last year, he said this, I couldn't be Vaughn Grissom. I was just battling injuries. I felt stiff and tight out there, and I could go back to kind of being more athletic at second.
0-1, nearly clip Rafaela inside 1-1.
And you hope so, right? Free him up at second.
I think that's why, that ending in Worcester at the end of the year, I thought he swung the bat real well. He played great. Then he came up to Boston, looked a lot better, and it was just sort of like he said at one point, I was wondering if I was good again,
1-1, that gets away, skips back to the screen, and a ball in the dirt. Refsnyder trots down to second.
When you have an injury and you're away from it, and when you do play, you're like, man, I can't hit. I don't feel right in the field. You just start wondering when it's going to come. And I think the end of the last season, he felt a lot better, and that's a good thing to go into the offseason with.
I remember talking to him, he got hot right around the beginning of August, and he never was not hot again. Count 2-1, 2 down, man on second. Pitch, Cedar takes outside. He said, if I could just hit one line drive back up the middle, I'm going to get right. And that night, he hit a line drive single up the middle, and he never stopped hitting.
Yeah. That's his calling card, right? He's hit everywhere he's gone.
Refsnyder leads off second, 3 balls and a strike. Pitch, Cedon takes outside. How about a walk for Cedon, Rafaela?
It's his second one of camp. I think, what was it, 139 plate appearances at the end of the year without a walk? He had the worst walk rate, I could speak, in all of baseball last year, and he's got 2 in camp. I'm kind of liking it.
August 10th to the end of the year. Did not have a walk.
Imagine.
So refs off second. Rafaela's off first. 2 down. Tie game. And a first pitch cut on and missed by Blake Sable. What do you think about Sable?
I think he's in the mix. I think right now you have to say Narvaez is ahead of everybody as far as that backup spot. But Sable, I think his bat, he's shown that he could swing it at the big league level. I think there's some work to do, defensively, the metrics, whether you believe in them or not, like blocking, framing, those sort of things. But I think that's part of the whole process. But right now, when you have no Kyle Teal, you brought in Narvaez, not much experience, you're kind of looking for depth.
Took a strike, so the count's 0-2. Corrette sets and deals. Pitch way outside, 1-2.
Connor Wong, shoulder soreness. He's going to debut this weekend, Alex Cora said. For me, because of those blocking metrics, I think the backup catcher really should be a glove-first guy. And that's sort of what Narvaez is.
Always has been, right? Usually.
1-2. Sable nubs it foul, third base side.
Well, because when you're a bat-first guy and you play once every 7 days, it kind of equalizes the bat. It's not easy to do. So you want your guy, if he's going to get in there every 5 days or 6 days or whatever it is, once a series, you want to be able to handle the staff. That's the most important thing.
2 on, 2 down, tied at 1. 1-2. Sable swings, hits a pop-up, shallow center field, long run for all. DeLuca on center fielder, calls everybody off and puts it away to end the inning. The Sox put a couple of men on. Ref Snyder singles. Grissom lines out loudly. Rafaela walks, but nothing more. We hit the 5th, tied at 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Eviva Trattoria is a proud sponsor of the Greg Hill Spring Training broadcast from Fort Myers, Florida. Eviva Trattoria, Italian-inspired, locally made from fresh, whole, locally sourced foods. Be sure to stop into the South Bay location today. The Subaru of New England, Washington's birthday sales event is here. Feel the freedom of driving the rugged Subaru Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive to tackle any terrain. Buy with 2.9% financing or lease for just $299 per month. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
Feel the freedom when you're driving in a Subaru. Come on!
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Now, back to the game on WEEI.
Another fun relief debut for the Red Sox. Justin Wilson, who in some ways was a real priority for Craig Breslow and the Sox in the offseason. Another hard-throwing lefty is on the mound. Red Sox and the Rays are tied at 5 with Cooper Boardman. I'm Will Fleming. Lou Merlone with us. A beautiful spring day in Fort Myers. Wilson, left-hander, 36 years old, fires on a first pitch, hot shot past Bregman into left field. That's a base hit. It was sort of an under-the-radar move, Lou, but the more you dig deep and think about the way that Breslow built this bullpen, he really targeted Wilson early and got his guy.
Yeah, last year, Tommy John was ended 22 and really lost 23. So last year, much like Walker Buehler, like it was kind of like a feel-through year. The numbers weren't great, But over his career, 95 from the left side, there's a ton of swing and miss. Something they're looking for out of this bullpen.
Here is Piper, the Rays catcher. Fastball at 91 miles an hour. That's ball one. Wally's banging on some kind of drum in the third base dugout.
Trying to get the crowd going a little bit. Tie ball game. Let's go.
They greeted Bregman so warmly in his first at bat and after the sac fly, the 1-0. Is Lolu. He's the talk of camp, obviously. Bregman is for a reason. I couldn't stop watching him today at batting practice. Not only the swing and how well it plays here, he talks to Rafi Devers after every round. I mean, he knows what's going on with that dynamic. I just love the way that he leads. 2-0 from Justin Wilson, leadoff man aboard, and a swing and a foul straight back.
Yeah, no, he's kind of exceeded expectations, just in the conversations and what he brings. Like, it's. I knew it was going to be a lot, him coming, that experience, and talking baseball, but I think it was actually the other day on with Greg Hill and those guys in the morning, just talking about how much time he's spending with everyone to try to see how they click.
Yeah, make them tick. 2-1 pitch is fouled straight back, 2-2. Everybody talks about how he's a baseball lover and rat, whatever you want to call it. He is, but he also wants to have fun around the game.
Yeah.
Like, he was cracking jokes, having fun with Devers, and I think that's when Rafi is at his best, when he can just breathe a little bit and let it rip. 2-2, the pitch is outside. Because I think because of injury, some of the down seasons, Lou, don't you feel like watching Rafi year in, year out, these last couple, he's felt sort of the weight of the world on his shoulders?
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. Even probably more so a couple years ago, but even, then you signed the extension, and last year was the first year it kicked in, but we forget how great he was in that first half.
3-2 is a little outside, so Wilson gives up a base hit and a walk, and the Rays have 2 on with nobody out here in the fifth.
A little wild. Everybody kind of coming in. So Chapman, 11 strikes I saw, like 23 pitches. Hendricks took him a couple hitters to find it. Same thing here, Justin Wilson. All those guys kind of making their first appearances.
How do you pronounce this guy's last name?
Yep. Oh, God. Lau.
This one's low.
Oh. This one's low?
This is low.
The other
Nate
one's low.
Brandon Lau. Here's the pitch. Chopper up the middle. The second baseman Grissom backhands off his glove and into the outfield grass. It wasn't an easy play. Vaughn got over there, but couldn't bring it in, and the Rays have the bases loaded.
Yeah, tough play. We were talking about this the other night, and once again, here we go, first and second, right? Nobody out. The Red Sox always have their second baseman playing so deep. And, they don't, they want range. And because he was back in that grass, the angle almost like he had to go on the grass up the middle there towards center field. Even if he caught it, maybe you can get one. If you're in a little bit more, quick little step, get it on a short hop, maybe you can turn it.
So here's Junior Caminero. He takes a fastball for a strike. I know that the Red Sox analytic departments have data and numbers that would disprove what I'm about to say. But last year it seemed to me that with left-handed hitters and a runner at first or first and second, it killed them to be over in that hole so deep on the pull side. 0-1, the pitch is a little bit outside. It's 1-1.
But they don't do it with righties. You know what I mean? Like, Bregman is where he is. Story is, again, double play depth is over 2 and into, kind of from where you normally would set up. Look at Story is right now. Like, he is in double play depth. But when the lefty is up, the second baseman's heels are on the grass.
1-1 is swung on a miss. I mean, we know the rationale behind it is that the numbers would show that there's so many ground balls toward that hole on the pull side with left-handers. But anecdotally, I've seen so many that are like that one, choppers up the middle, that are not turned.
Tip your hat. It's a base hit. But when I get a ground ball, kind of a routine double play, it has to be turned.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Wilson sets it to letters. He throws, and a pitch that misses, a changeup. It's 2-2. There is some activity, I think, in the Red Sox bullpen. Ton of pitches thrown here for Wilson. In a jam with the bases loaded. We've seen Chapman, Hendricks, and now Justin Wilson. We'll also get a look at Brennan Bernardino today. 2-2 is lined into right field. This is real trouble. Diving attempt, unable to make the play, was Nate Eaton, and this might well clear the bases. It's all the way to the wall, and the Rays will clear him off. It's a triple for Junior Caminero, and Tampa leads it 4-1. That's the swing that has the Rays so excited about Caminero. He missiled that one down the line in a do-or-die play that came up short for Eaton.
Yeah, Eaton very aggressive out in right field. It's spring training, right? You want to kind of go for everything, try to make the great play, but the minute he misses it, you knew the bases were going to clear in that right field corner. He's a great athlete out in right field, but good effort. Maybe during the season, maybe just go back and get it.
Play it on a hop. Here is Jonathan Aranda. They need him to have a big-time bounce-back season. Do the Rays 0-1 after a fastball in the inside corner for strike one.
The thing that amazed me seeing Caminero in AAA was he was such a bad ball hitter, like the way that Rafi is.
0-1 is a ground ball up the middle. Story backhands, a flip throw home, tag applied. Caminero is out. Trevor does that more than anybody I've ever known. Backhand and throwing in the air with his feet off the ground. Nicely done. And at last, the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it was he's such a good athlete. You know, he's so comfortable throwing on the run. And, you know, once you field that ball clean, it just takes an accurate throw. You're going to get Caminero. I don't, maybe they're just sort of working on some things here in camp, contact play, because with nobody out, I am not sending that guy home. And he should still be on third base with one out and be able to score on a fly ball.
So here's Christopher Morel, right-handed hitter. 4-1 Tampa, the pitch. That almost hit him on the kneecaps. Dances out of the way, ball one.
You talk about guys they need offense from it. This one here. Morel, they got in that trade with the Cubs, and he just came over. I think it was like 191. He really didn't give you much offense. This team's going to be looking for guys to step up, get more offenses. Last year, that was one of their biggest problems.
800 runs scored 3 years ago, and last year, just more than 6. Here's a little blooper that dumps in for a base hit. Morel has a knock. Eaton picks it up just down there by the wall, throws to second, but Morel spinning around first in plenty of time with a head first slide. Another extra base hit for the Rays, and they've got him at second and third.
Now we got some action in the pen.
Yeah, they won't let Wilson go too much longer here.
I think the last hitter here, I would think.
And what a swing Curtis Mead had his last time, but it's not Curtis, it's the barrel man, Jamie Westbrook.
Let's go, baby.
Signed a minor league deal with the Rays a couple of days ago. What a cool story it was when he burst onto the scene, Lou. We'd been hearing about him all his amazing journey, and he really did have some big swings for the Sox. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. I'll never forget that first home run he hit with the Sox. They had some cool narrative moments, did Boston last season.
Yeah, a lot of the guys that came up, Dom Smith. Heard he hit a home run today, you're saying?
Mm-hmm. The Yankees now. The 0-1 is swung on Messi, and Pablo Reyes wearing the pinstripes.
Yep. Mickey Gasper. Some guys come up.
Yeah. Oh, man, we wanted Mick to get his first hit so badly.
Good stories, good guys.
Stars, though, are more fun. And the Red Sox have more of those. 0-2 to Jamie Westbrook. Here's a chopper toward third. Bregman beautifully picks it, looks the runner back to third, throws to first in time. 2 down. That's the Gold Glove winning third baseman right there.
Yeah, and second and third with one out, that's when you do go on contact. Yeah. So, well, we're just working on some things.
Well, Alex Cora is working on his trot to the mound. He's going to take Wilson out. Some hard contact, little bad luck here, too, for Wilson. 4-1 Rays. 2 down in the fifth. Pitching change. We'll be back with more after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
This is Ty Law, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Aviva Trattoria serves beloved Italian classics and is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Enjoy fresh-made bolognese, marsala, piccata, and fried Montanera pizza prepared in our scratch kitchens from fresh local ingredients. Relax at the bar with the signature cocktail, now featuring my own Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Watch the action from the scratch kitchens or book a private event. Visit AvivaTrattoria.com or stop by any Aviva location near you.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
Hey, Adames, the right-handed pitcher, is on for Justin Wilson and the Red Sox, who trailed Tampa Bay 4-1. Will Fleming, Cooper Boardman, and Lou Merlone. It's not the end-all, be-all. It's the first outing for these guys in spring, but I think both Wilson and Chapman would tell you, Lou, that they need to sharpen it up before they take the mound the next time.
Yeah, but I would say, too, the older guys, too, that aren't too worried about it. A lot of relievers. I remember talking to Big Rig, the man himself, and it was Chris Martin, and it was, he always had an idea what it was. He's like, early on, I got to try to find it, and then I always have like a 1 week or 2 week period where there's a little bit of dead arm, the ball's not coming out of my hand, and then the last week, I'm kind of where I want to be.
Remember?
You know, so it's always like a routine that these guys kind of can get into.
I will miss Chris Martin. I mean, he was just absolutely lights out. What a personality, a leader in that bullpen. He returned home maybe for one last ride in the bullpen. Back with the Texas Rangers, just down the road from where he grew up. All right, here is the Rays center fielder Johnny DeLuca. Adames throws and a fastball misses inside for ball one. I'll never forget it. Martin, this historically great run for the Braves in which he walked almost nobody in a big league season. He comes on and the pitch clock is new. We're talking about how the walk rate elite, the best in the whole sport, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. His first spring outing, first 2 hitters, he walks them.
Yeah.
But he didn't walk many in big league games. I'll say Adames, a right-hander, throws the 1-1. Strike on the outside corner, ball and 2 strikes. It's amazing the depth of the bullpen that guys like Weissert and Bernardino, whom we'll see later today, are no lock to break camp with this team. 1-2. Pitch is on the ground toward third, and it's off the heel of the glove of Bregman and out of play. Foul. That's going to probably be scored a hit as it is. Brings home another run for the Rays. They scored an error on Bregman, and it's 5-1 Tampa.
That's it. Put him at second. No, you know, I often talk about, like, you know, spring training early on. We focus so much on, like, hitters taking a little bit to get comfortable. Like, fielders, the first time you see the ball off the bat, the first backhand, you know, glove hand up the middle, you know, slow roller, bare hand, all these plays, turning 2, starting 2. Like, that is new, too. That takes a while to get comfortable as well. That was a tough play down the line that you would think in a couple of months he gobbles that thing up.
5-1, runners at the corners, 2 down. I think there's another element at play, too. Adames, 32-year-old journeyman, up square to bunt by Wells. He pops it onto the grass. They pick it up in fair territory, and that'll score a run. Seeing eye bunt between Adames and Sable. I think that had a chance, maybe, to spin foul, but Adames picked it up, and because of that, a bloop bunt hit, and it's 6-1 Tampa.
Yeah, there's no play on that whatsoever. Like, you have to, even if it doesn't go foul, you have to see if it does. I mean, I think that ball, you're right, was going to spin foul. I mean, you get to it, but you have no play anyway. So you might as well just see where it goes.
You know, I'd also think, we talk about baseball shape and just kind of standing around in your spikes. This has been an eternal inning. So I think for the guys standing out on the dirt, I think that has to be part of that play for Bregman, too. He's been out there forever.
Yeah.
Adames throws a slider that is nowhere near the zone. Way high and outside. That's ball 1. This is Trey Morgan, the left-handed hitting DH. I don't think Bregman will worry too much about that. 6-1 Tampa. The pitch is down and in. He and his wife Reagan are on baby watch for number 2, coming anytime in the month of April. I told him, be ready to go faster round 2. I waited way too long at home. Thought, it'd just be like the first time. Take more than a day to get the thing done. And all of a sudden, you're sprinting into the hospital barely in time. The 2-0 pitch is a strike on the inside corner. It's 2-1.
You did make it in time?
Yep, barely. We did. Good. Providence is small enough. You can get to the hospital quickly. No traffic on a Sunday afternoon. 2 balls and 1 strike. 6-1 Tampa. Pitch is low. And it's 3-1. What do you make, Lou, of the decision by the Sports Science Group to play everybody for 5-6 innings in these early spring games?
Yeah, it's like we dive into this science. I'm sure Bregman would like to play 3 innings and get 2 at-bats.
Yeah.
Right?
3-1. Soft chopper on the first. Base side, Adames off the hill. He gloves, flips underhand to Casas. in time, and at last, the inning is over. That was a tough one for Wilson and Adames. Rays score 5 at 6-1 Tampa. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
At Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses, we're proud to offer handcrafted furniture made in America.
Introducing craftsmanship of the Amish right here at Cardi's.
Choose heirloom quality, 100% solid wood dining rooms, bedrooms, and entertainment centers featuring dovetail drawers with fully finished interiors.
Available in your choice of wood species, size options, finishes, and hardware.
Shop Cardi's South Attleboro, Swansea, Wareham, Hyannis, Seabrook, New Hampshire, and Cardis.com. Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses.
These days, it seems like there's a bank on nearly every corner. With so many choices, finding the best one for you can be, well, a challenge. At Brookline Bank, we believe that making a difference in your financial life is less about being on the nearest corner and more about the value that comes with the expertise of a Brookline banker in your corner. It's banking, well crafted, from Brookline Bank. Member FDIC.
John Sewer and Drain Cleaning is the name to know when your drains don't flow. John Sewer is also hiring technicians at their Norwood location to handle growing demand in southeastern Mass. To join New England's most experienced team, go online to johnsewer.com to apply today.
We get the job done. We're right back to the Sox. You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network
on WEEI.
Paul Sulcer is on for the Rays. Nate Eaton, who's looked good the last couple days at the plate, he'll lead it off. We've seen Chapman, Wilson, Hendricks. Hoping to see Bernardino and Adams and Zach Kelly a little bit later on. Lou Merlone staying with us here for the bottom of the fifth. Pitch to Eaton. A strike on the outside corner. Eager to see Garrett Whitlock get on the mound, and he'll play in a multi-inning role, which I think you and I for now several years have said that's exactly where he fits best. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, 0-2.
Yeah, and I also like him bringing back his fastball, like that little two-seamer that runs up and in on righties, or at least it's going to give him something to attack hitters on top of the zone.
0-2, low and in the dirt.
Much like we saw with Bayo, right? Everything was changeup, slider, sinker, so everything was down, knees down. So as a hitter, you don't ever change an eye level. All of a sudden, he brings the four-seamer back, elevated, had a lot of success with it. Whitlock was similar, right? The little changeup, sinker, slider. Ride that two-seamer up.
1-2, hard ground ball to third. It is handled over there by the new Rays third baseman. That is no longer Caminero. Throw across the diamond in time to get Eaton, and there's one away. Pedro was here. He was out again working with Brian Bayo and Whitlock and everybody out there on the mounds here in Fort Myers. Alex Cora doesn't sound too worried about Bayo. Are you?
You know, I'm not right now, but looks like Giolito, he threw live yesterday. Like he's on track too. I think they still believe Bayo is as well. He kind of run the calendar backwards from when you may need him at Game 5, say, right? So you're talking what, April 2nd or something in those lines. So the problem with he and Lucas is that you can't have another setback. You know, now it's got to be go time.
0-1 to Duran is a little bit low. Bloop to hit in his last time, raced around to second base. 6-1 Tampa here in the fifth. Yeah, a position of depth and strength for the Red Sox is all of a sudden looking a little bit more thin here in week 2 of camp. 1 ball, 1 strike to pitch. Swing and a miss. What do you think of Hunter Dobbins? I thought he looked the part.
Really good. Yeah, I was really impressed. He just fell behind me that one time 3-1 and kind of challenged him, but he challenged him with 93. And then all of a sudden he comes back with 97 again. He kind of lived at 96. Really good cutter.
1-2. Low and in.
What are we calling his sinker?
Splinker?
A splinker. 91, but cutter, slider. He kind of has everything, but 96, 97 was impressive. Just another one of those guys to add with Criswell and Fitz and Priester.
2-2 is on the ground to first. Past the glove of the Tampa Bay first baseman, and that's into the corner. Duran has got a double. That is Bob Seymour over there at first for Tampa Bay. And Jaron's starting to do Duran-like things here this afternoon.
There's any possibility that any of those four guys, Priester, Fitz, Criswell, Dobbins, could end up in the bullpen at any point. Probably not out of camp, but at any point throughout the year.
Yeah, I think once you get to, say, August, right, and you've got like a year of developmental or 4 months of starter work, then you start thinking deadline, then you start thinking, okay, do we have a guy out here that can be a 2-inning guy or uptick stuff out of the bullpen? But early on, I think you want to keep that depth.
Here's Alex Bregman. He takes a pitch in the dirt to the backstop, and Duran will scamper over to third.
April, May, June, it's like we have good starter depth down in AAA. Let's keep them right where they are in case we need starters. But once you get to the point where if you feel like you're sort of healthy into that August area and you want to transition for the last couple months, that's different. I just think it's such a long year. You don't want to turn one of your depth starters into relievers in the minors.
One thing you do not want to do here, if you're Alex Bregman, is hit it anywhere near center field. The 1-0 pitch is a little bit low. Chandler Simpson, who is one of the fastest players in all of baseball, robbed 2 Red Sox the other day. He is out there in center field. Wholesale defensive changes. Westbrook is at second. So 2-0 to Bregman. He's looking to turn one around here. The pitch is swung on and missed. Almost looked like a cut fastball, and it's 2-1.
Well, this is the game situation where the Red Sox last year, too many times, man on third, 1 out, and we saw a swing and miss. It's where Bregman brings the bat-to-ball skill, doesn't strike out often.
Here is a ground ball to short. It will get the run home. Duran steps on the plate, so Bregman with a couple of RBIs. It is 6-2. What about in a spring situation? Is it even a veteran like Bregman, Lou, is he thinking about that, trying to bring a run home in with contact?
Yeah, because I think spring training, when you can hit in a situation, you want to take advantage of it. When, like right now, Tristan's up here, 2 outs, nobody on, we're going to hit. But man on third, 1 out, now all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, let's practice this. You may not get an opportunity or too many of them in camp.
Here is Tristan, who launched one deep into the triangle. It was caught his last time. Changeup misses outside, ball 1. That was an encouraging swing from Tristan.
Yeah, it was. To see him drive the baseball. 4-18 out. Ugh.
1-0 is low and away. Did you have a Fenway triangle triple in your career?
I did. I hit one off Clemens.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Did you have to dive into third?
I did, and the ball trickled away, and he dove into the dugout to stop it. He came up all dirty, and he got up. Uniform was filthy, and I was like, yep, I just did that to you.
Just got the rocket. 2 balls and a strike after Tristan swings and misses at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Jemai Webster is in the house, just over from TGL. Next booth over.
TGL gear. Looks like he just got off the course, and all of a sudden he's like this, like pro golfer guy.
Well, I'll see that when I believe it. 2-1. The pitch to Tristan is taken for a ball, and it's 3-1.
He's literally wearing golf shoes right now.
I hope we've seen him on the course. I hope being around those guys, he's gotten a few tips. Could maybe help out his game.
3-1 to Tristan. That is ball 4. Good take for Casas. And we'll extend the inning for Trevor Story. Announcing all the defensive changes. We don't need to belabor that point. We'll tell you who the ball is hit to when it happens for these Rays. His Story is going to wait a minute because the Rays catcher is having a little bit of a pitch comm issue.
Just put the fingers down.
Especially in spring training, right?
It's spring training. Actually, Dobbins ran into problems, I think, in the first. And, umpire's like, do you guys want? And he's like, no, just put fingers down. Like,
analog.
Yeah. Old school.
Here is Trevor. Grounded out second, fly to left. His swing is a ground ball up the middle into the outfield. That's a base hit. Casas heads to second. He'll hold there. Good stuff for Trevor. And the Red Sox have 2 on with 2 out for Rob Refsnyder.
To you, Lou, what would a good offensive season for Trevor Story be in your mind?
Around that 260, 65 range. If he can get you 18, 20, which I think he can, homers, steal 20, be just a great athlete in the bases, and really defensively shore everything up. There is a calmness in which he plays, and it resonates to the whole infield when he's out at short.
There's no doubt about that. Here's Rob Refsnyder, who takes a pitch down and away, ball one.
There's going to be swing and miss. We know that with his game, but if you can get some offensive production, some power numbers from him, he's going to steal some bags. But really, the values at shortstop.
Well, no, swing and a miss at a cutter, and it's 1-1. Figures that both Refsnyder and Romy Gonzalez are going to get a ton of looks, particularly as pinch hitters late in games. 1-1 is a swing. Rob tried to check, could not. It's 1-2. And I think with the addition of Bregman and so many other everyday players, it'll be harder for Rob to play as many games, especially as a starter.
Yeah.
But what a great role he fills. 1-2 pitch is fouled off. By the way, he has cleared up something you and I both felt at the time he said it. He was more than anything trying to just get the Red Sox to exercise the option on his contract. He was not thinking about stepping away from baseball.
Yeah. It's like, got a team option. You're going to pick it up soon. Put some pressure. I may retire.
1-2 fouled back to the screen.
But you're right. Like last year's team, when you think about it, there were a lot of platoons, right? Like Abreu didn't really face lefties. Once Casas was down, it was Dom at first base. David Hamilton was at second. Valdez was out there at times. So he and Romy had a lot of opportunities to pinch hit late and go into games.
1-2 is high and foul on the first base side, out of play.
This year, you start thinking Abreu is still going to be out there, right? Hopefully he gets healthy soon. I don't see you pinch hitting for Casas. We'll see what happens at second base, but maybe a little bit less, but still valuable. He showed last year he can hit righties too. That was impressive with Rob.
1-2 is inside. It's almost like their playing time, their opportunities would go up if David Hamilton were the guy to get one of those bench spots on the infield.
Yeah.
6-2 Rays, 2 on, 2 out for Refsnyder. Here it is. And a swing and a miss. He got him on a changeup, and the inning is over. Well, good rally there for the Sox. 6-2 after 5 innings at JetBlue Park. Back with more after this. Shaw's and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Network.
I'm Carl. I'm 68 years old, and I lost 40 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. And looking at pictures, I realized that my color wasn't good. I looked bloated, constantly tired, out of breath. It got to the point where I decided it was time to pick up the phone and call Awaken 180. The combination of the diet and the coaching really pushed me over the top. My self-confidence soared. I'm walking, I'm working out. Instead of 68, I feel like I'm 28. I just had my annual physical, and my doctor looked at my blood pressure and he said, "What did you do? What happened?" And I explained that I'm on the Awaken 180 program. I've never felt so good in my life. And as somebody that sometimes likes to take the shortcut, I didn't have to do that with this program. Awaken 180 is my solution for weight loss.
Paul's solution for weight loss. My solution for weight loss. Teddy J here. Lower blood pressure, increased confidence, feeling years younger. Want the same results? Then do what we did and make your own 180 at awaken180weightloss.com. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Eviva Trattoria is a proud sponsor of the Greg Hill Spring Training broadcast from Fort Myers, Florida. Eviva Trattoria, Italian-inspired, locally made from fresh, whole, locally sourced foods. Be sure to stop into the South Bay location today.
Hi, I'm James Pratt from Basement Technologies. If you've ever had water in your basement, it's likely to happen again. So stop the madness and call 1-800-BUSY-DOG. Our patented waterproofing systems keep moisture out of your basement, giving you more living space and increasing the value of your home. Call 1-800-BUSY-DOG or visit 1-800-BUSYDOG.com and keep your basement dry for good.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
6th inning, 6-2 deficit for the Red Sox against the Rays on this Wednesday afternoon from JetBlue Park. Cooper Boardman with Will Fleming, Lou Merlone, and here comes Brennan Bernardino. Lefty on to face 9-1-2 in the Tampa lineup. 33-year-old, 6'4" lefty, looking as tall as he usually does. 57 appearances last year, 4.06 ERA, and he deals outside to their catcher, Kenny Piper. These are important games for Brennan Bernardino. I mean, he's fighting for a spot here.
Yeah.
1-0. Swinging a pop-up right side, foul territory. Nathan Hickey's the new first baseman. Mark Colesberry's the new catcher, and it's Hickey who makes the catch about halfway down the line of the right side for the first out.
Yeah, you know, between Chapman and Wilson, we not got both these guys for that bullpen. Then you had Penrod that was in the mix. There's some issues there with his elbow. You sign a guy like Matt Moore, and you know, Bernie again coming out here, you know, just kind of throw the way he has over the years. Last year there was a little bit of a hiccup for a few weeks, but he still attacks you, man. He comes right at you.
How many lefties is too many lefties in the bullpen?
Yeah, I don't know. I think with their versatility they have with guys that can go up and down, you can almost treat it like looking at Texas's lineup, looking at Baltimore's lineup, looking at St. Louis's lineup, and say, okay, well, maybe we need lefties for them. Maybe we need more righties for them. But then all of a sudden, that second series of 2 or 3 series in a row, maybe go to somebody else like Weissert, because there's more righties. So I think you can see a lot of that going on throughout the year.
Cal 1-1 on Cameron Meisner. Bernardino facing left-hand hitter. One is a fastball on the outside corner for a strike at 93. That is about as hard as Bernardino throws. Sat right around 91 on his sinker last year. Everything moving away from the lefty. Curveball, cutter, slider. And he deals one that moved away and was hit on the ground. Took a wicked hop on the new shortstop Ferguson. Third baseman Miller picked it up, threw it at first. It was late. Boy, that hit something and then went right up into the jaw area of Ferguson. He got in front of it, but Meisner safe at first.
Yeah, those lefties with the shortstop with the lefty up, kind of playing up the middle. The problem is you're kind of right in line where if they have a base runner on second, it's where they get their lead. Sometimes you can catch a little Bigfoot hole and the ball pops up on you, which you did there to Ferguson.
I see him testing out his jaw right now at shortstop. Man on, man down. Meisner safe, and now Coco Montez takes inside. Coco Montez. It's a big-time name.
It's a great name.
We kept hearing at the end of last year that the Red Sox desperately wanted more velocity from the left side. And you'd see guys like Cionel Perez and Scott and Hader come on and go. That it does change so many things. And obviously that's why they went out and got Chapman and Wilson. And it does put Bernie in a little bit of a bind.
1-0 from him. The right-hand hitter Montez swinging a pop-up foul off to the right. I think about the World Series, right? If the Yankees had a high-velocity left-hander to go to against Shohei Ohtani, maybe it would have been different. But all they had was Nestor Cortez, and he threw 92, and the rest was history, or Freddie Freeman.
Now what the Brewers' Nestor is.
1-1. Swing. This is hit hard to center field. Deep as well. Long run back, and it is pulled in. No, dropped at the last moment. That'll be a double for Coco Montez off the glove of the new Red Sox center fielder with one down against Bernardino. It was a hard hit.
Yeah. Tyler McDonough out there. He would tell you he'd like another chance of that. It's a long run, but...
Yeah, long run. He's back there right at the edge of the track. Had the glove on it. Just kind of looked like it rattled around his glove a little bit and dropped. A couple of balls. You know, you like to think maybe other guys, you know, maybe you play. You're right, the ground ball kind of pops up. Nothing you can do there. That ball was hit pretty well.
2 on, 1 down. And a pitch outside to Seymour, their new first baseman. Brennan Bernardino on for his first inning of work in the spring. Lefty looks in, left on left. This is when he comes in the game. These are the guys that he's expected to get out. Misses outside. 3 balls and a strike. You'd imagine this feels like a high-intensity inning for him, right? I mean, it is kind of a weird thing because it's early in spring, so he's trying to get his feel. But, you know, these are innings that matter. 3-1. And he grabs the outside corner with a strike.
I didn't ask Alex this, but to me, the fact that Campbell, Anthony, Meyer not in there now means it's very likely they're headed to Lakeland and Clearwater to play in those games up there.
Infield in, 3-2 is swung on and missed. Scott Seymour out in front of a slider. And Bernardino has his first strikeout.
I thought it was cool that Alex Cora said that Roman Anthony loves baseball so much and asks him about Barry Bonds and all these old great players that he used to play with.
Seymour swings and misses. All right, now he strikes out. Guess the count was 3-1.
You just saw the future.
I wanted to give him 2 strikeouts.
It's spring training for scoreboard operators, too. Don't worry about it.
But, those 3 guys going on the road, and we saw this a lot with Abreu and Rafaela last year, right? They started every game on the road. Those games are actually really important because when you think about when you go on the road, you face the A guys. Again, the Rays they brought some guys that's down the street, but usually the home team plays their guys. And you'll see not just big league pitchers, but you will see big league hitters. And for those guys, getting up to speed with exit velocity on a big league bat, what a barrel looks like, how hard it comes, the speed of the game, it's important for them to play on the road, to play against that level of play. A lot of times in these home games, they're facing pitchers that they faced last year in AA or AAA.
Yeah, right, already went beyond.
Yeah, so you want to face a big league starter followed by a big league bullpen coming in after him, and you do that on the road.
Jake Mangum takes outside. Count 1-1. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where the Tigers are in their rotation. We'll get a Tarek Skubal sighting.
Jack Flaherty starting tomorrow for them. And then Jesus Luzardo for the Phillies the day after that.
1-1 is a strike, 1-2. I got excited. But again, you think about for Roman Anthony, for those guys to see Jack Flaherty.
Yep.
See Luzardo. Runners on second and third, 2 down, 1-2. Is swung on, grounded left side, foul.
Skubal's one of my favorite pitchers in the game. I mean, obviously he's awesome, dominant, just overpowering stuff. But we went in there, stretch run last September, and he overpowered the Red Sox. And just the fire he had on the mound, that was a sight to behold.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bernardino deals way outside, 2-2. The changeup that he throws is, and I understand there are a lot of good changeups in baseball, but the fact that he can throw it in the zone for a strike, and then you also have to try to hit it.
I'll take the fastball too for him.
Yeah. No, that'll play. 2-2. Swing, hard ground ball at the shortstop. This time gloved by Ferguson. He throws to first in time to get Mangum and end the inning. So a little tumultuous on the first outing for Bernardino, but he works out of it. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Sox down 6-2 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Just like our hometown legends of the Diamond, Herb Chambers has been hitting it out of the park for decades with legendary customer service. With over 35 brands and so many locations, Herb Chambers offers the largest inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs in New England. You can always count on getting the lowest prices and best value. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Come see for yourself and experience our legendary customer service today. Herb Chambers. We don't sell cars. We help people buy them.
Save on sirloin steak and ground turkey today at Shaws and Star Market. Now through Thursday, get value pack beef petite sirloin steak or 99% lean Shady Brook Farms ground turkey. Both just $3.97 a pound when you use a digital coupon. Limit 2. When you shop with the Shaws app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. USDA choice sirloin steak and ground turkey now on sale. Shaws and Star Market. Perfecting the art of fresh.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarland Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlandEnergy.com.
It's Elliot from Jordan's Furniture. Go to your closet to see if you have a prom dress and bring it to any Jordan store, Antoine's Cleaners, or Enterprise Bank. And that dress will be given to a teen in need. Your closet will be cleaner, and your heart will be fuller, and I thank you.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Now, back to the game on WEEI.
Bottom 6 from JetBlue. Red Sox down 6-2 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Nathan Hickey will lead it off. A few changes for The Rays, including on the mound, Cole Wilcox is a right-hander. He deals a strike. This is a guy, Wilcox, who they came over from San Diego in the Blake Snell deal 4 years ago. Deals on the outside corner for a strike, still yet to make his major league debut. Be interesting. Rays, rotation-wise, I think they might have the most underrated rotation in Major League Baseball as it stands right now. A lot of depth. Spent some money in the offseason, relatively speaking. 0-1 grounded foul. And count to 0-2 on Nathan Hickey. I mean, you saw it in September when the Red Sox went there. Taj Bradley's turned into a guy who actually can throw strikes. Ryan Pepio seems like it was the right choice for them to trade Tyler Glasnow, Zach Littell, Shane Baz. The 0-2 swing, hammered foul.
I'm not sure I would ever say it's the right decision to trade Tyler Glasnow. I mean, given their financial resources, sure, they're trying to make the most of what they can do. And I know Glasnow's been hurt some, but he is such an animal. I mean, of course, with McClanahan in any rotation, he's coming back from injury.
0-2, swing and a high fly ball center field. Chandler Simpson steps back, walks in. Got his slowest motion of the day. Gets under it to make the catch for the first out.
Rasmussen is really good. He comes back in, and they moved on from Jeffrey Springs. But there's something going on always down there in Tampa. They just find him.
Also, you look at some of the relievers, and none of these are like, Alex Bregman blinding lights kind of ads. But they added Alex Faedo. He's had some nice years in Detroit. First pitch grounded foul by Mark Colesvary. They add Faedo. They had Joe Boyle, who throws 100 and something miles an hour from Oakland. They got a couple of nice arms from the Mets, Mike Vassell, Eric Orsi.
Well, again, I just worry anytime they acquire an arm because they have this track record of whoever it is, no matter what they've done before, they go there and turn their careers around.
Even last year, it was this awful year for them. First time they had been in the playoffs since the decade turn as Colesvary swings. Hits it way up in the air, out towards the clouds in center field. Simpson again towards left center, shaded his eyes, and makes the catch 2 down. But, you look at last year, that's a group of relievers that was one of the best in baseball. Let's take 10 seconds, pause for station ID on Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
The Eagles play here. Catch BC football, basketball, baseball, and hockey on WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Ground ball foul by Tyler McDonough. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox and Rays. 6-2 Rays lead. 8 combined runs, 13 hits. We had a very speedy, tidy pace in Northport yesterday. This has been a day to enjoy just being at the ballpark. Avadell's Lemonade. Cole Wilcox on the mound for the Rays. Nobody on and a couple of men down. Pitch coming. And McDonough takes a strike. The count to 0-2. Hunter Dobbins started this game. Aroldis Chapman, Liam Hendricks, Justin Wilson, Brendan Bernardino all saw time on the mound. Bullpen auditions all coming. 0-2, line drive, right field, but on into the glove of Cameron Meisner to retire McDonough. We go to the 7th. Sox down 6-2 in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
When you decide to sell your home, don't settle for a good agent. Go for a great one. Go for a Weichert agent. A Weichert agent looks at you as a partner, not a transaction, and will work day and night to get you the results you're looking for. And your Weichert agent is backed by the Weichert brand. With over 50 years of experience, Weichert agents have guided thousands of buyers and sellers through every facet of home ownership. Don't settle for good. Go for great. Work with a Weichert agent. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers according to J.D. Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For J.D. Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.19 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/3/25.
If you're a heating, cooling, or oil burner technician looking for a much better opportunity, it's time to talk to my guy, Scott McFarland at McFarland Energy. Up to $2,400 in safety bonuses every year. See McFarlandEnergy.com/careers.
Jones and Keith.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Greg Weisert's turn as bullpen procession continues. 7th inning, Red Sox down 6-2 against the Rays. And the right-hander Weissert on to face Jamie Westbrook, two former Woo Sox teammates. And first pitch fouled back by Jamie. Weisert's second appearance of the spring. We've seen Aroldis Chapman. We've seen Justin Wilson. We've seen Liam Hendricks. We've seen Brennan Bernardino on and on a day where we'll see Zach Kelly a little bit later on. Greg Weissert stakes his claim. Right-hander delivers and just misses inside with the slider. Be a really interesting spring for these few bullpen spots we were just talking about with Lou Merlone a couple of innings ago. About what these final 3-4 spots are going to look like. 1-1 swing and a miss on a cutter. Westbrook was way out in front of it. Goes 1-2. But you would imagine that this guy right here wearing the long beard, Greg Weissert, is going to be among the guys that have the inside track on the way to the Red Sox bullpen. There's no guarantees. It's February 26th. Almost nothing is guaranteed on this roster, but 1-2 is high. What he did down the stretch of last season, it changed, I think, how a lot of people felt about him. Red Sox got him, of course, from the Yankees in the Alex Verdugo deal. He had such a bright start to the year. 2-2 is just inside. Count goes 3-2 on Westbrook. Then a little downturn. Went down to AAA. Got the slider right. Came back. He dominated. He did not allow an earned run from the final week of July to the end of the season. 3-2, and he gets a pop-up. Foul territory right side. Nathan Hickey walks over, still over to the track, and he makes the catch. Jamie Westbrook has a smile for his former teammate as he walks back to the dugout with bat in hand, and one out in the 7th. But, like Will was talking about earlier, one of the things that the Red Sox value, as all good pitching organizations do in a bullpen, is having a lot of different guys that can throw from different shoots, over the top, sidearm, right, left. And there is, as his pitch is low, to Chandler Simpson, speedy left-handed hitting center fielder. There is probably no one in the game that looks anything like Greg Weissert the way that he throws. 1-0 is in sight. Such a bizarre way of coming to the plate. They moved him even further to the third base side last year because he comes from this offset stance. His front leg sets almost on the edge of the rubber. 2-0, and he slings it a fastball for a strike. Basically, his feet are parallel, like he's being asked to walk along a tightrope when he sets. He's completely turned towards left field. Comes home, 2-1, line drive down the right field line, foul off the bat of the lefty Simpson. And so what you have is this guy that's all torqued up, Greg Weissert, his front hip all the way back towards center field, and then every part of him explodes towards the plate, and what it's led to is one of the best sliders in the game. And so for a lot of last year, really in that month of late June into July when that slider wasn't getting results, didn't make a whole lot of sense. 2-2 is swung on, hit high in the air to center field, should hang up. Tyler McDonough is there, and he runs to his right in the left center field gap. Made the catch and then dropped the ball. The Red Sox are having trouble with the transfers today, but that's an out. Yeah, they're 2 down. Now, that was up and down for so much of the year. The reality for Greg Weissert is because of the way that he pitched down the stretch of last season, the final numbers look unreal out of the Sox bullpen as he deals to Williams, pitch low. 2 down, nobody on. Red Sox down 6-2 in the 7th inning, this Grapefruit League game. (1-0). Williams late on a fastball, and the count moves to 1-1. You know, the numbers add up over 62 games for Greg Weissert, a 3.13 ERA. The underlying numbers support that he had a really good year. 1-1. He grabs the outside corner with a 95-mile-an-hour sinker. Count to 1-2. He is 1 strike away from probably the most impressive inning out of the bullpen so far today. A 1-2 is swung on, fouled off of the catcher, Colesbury. Roldis Chapman struggled a little bit for 23 pitches, 12 balls. Liam Hendricks had some traffic. Justin Wilson gave up some runs. Bernardino had some traffic. A strike away from a clean inning for Greg Weissert at a 1-2. Jaws low, the changeup. Arsenal is a little bit bigger, too, for Weissert. So much of last year's four-seam and slider. We've seen the sinker mixed in. We've seen a changeup mixed in a little bit more in this outing. And a 2-2 with nobody on is swung on and missed. That is a Greg Weissert trademark slider, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th, hit the stretch. Red Sox down 6-2 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
If you're a heating, cooling, or oil burner technician looking for a much better opportunity, it's time to talk to my guy, Scott McFarlane at McFarlane Energy. Up to $2,400 in safety bonuses every year. See McFarlaneEnergy.com/careers.
Celebrate your favorite presidents with money from findmassmoney.gov. You could have unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account, uncashed payroll check, or refund check that never got to you. It's estimated by the state treasurer that 1 out of every 10 of us has unclaimed property. My name was on the list. Yours could be too. Just go to findmassmoney.gov today. It'll only take 30 seconds to look for your name. And if you file a claim, make sure you fill out the paperwork so you can become reunited with your lost funds.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi. My daughter invited her entire class to her birthday party. Can my Wi-Fi handle it?
Oh, well, at Xfinity, our latest gateways have tri-band Wi-Fi technology, letting you connect hundreds of devices at once.
No way. So if all the kids are watching stuff on their phones, well, their parents are sharing videos online.
Yep, go ahead and watch videos. They can all do their thing and party their way. No problem.
Oh, we are gonna need a bigger cake.
Now through March 21st, get fast, reliable 300 megabit Xfinity internet with unlimited data included and an unlimited mobile line for just $30 a month for 1 year. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless plan and auto-pay with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Xfinity internet required. Reduce mobile speeds after use of monthly data included with your data option. Data thresholds and actual internet speeds vary.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network. This is WEEI.
Bottom 7, Red Sox down 6-2 against the Rays at JetBlue Park. Fort Myers had a perfect afternoon. 75 degrees at first pitch. It'll be Juan Chasson to lead off. He swings and misses on a high fastball. Sox have a lot of their less regular players in there now. Chasson, Salem Red Sox, Greenville Drive a season ago. 22-year-old from Venezuela. 0-1. And that's a strike. 0-2 from the new Rays right-hander Garrett Acton. news of the day, right? Hunter Dobbins started this game for the Sox. 2 innings, gave up just the one long home run to Curtis Mead. Other than that, looked like the guy that was advertised to us. Aroldis Chapman pitched an inning where it went into and out of trouble. Walked a couple of guys as this bounces in from Acton. Got 2 outs in the inning. Liam Hendricks returned to the mound in a major league uniform for the first time since 2023. Before Justin Wilson and Greg Weissert pitched the last couple of innings. We will, at some point, I assume it will be in the top of the 8th inning, see Zach Kelly as he becomes the next man to stake his claim to the bullpen conversations. Chasson strikes out swinging. Waved at a breaking ball down and away from Acton.
Yep, he's throwing in the bullpen right now.
Another guy that they like very much. And another guy that is one of probably too many to take to the dance on opening day. Tyler Miller digs in from the left side. He swings and grounds it at the first baseman. Backhand stop by Seymour. He runs to the bag. Steps there, 2 down. Great crowd today at JetBlue. They were into it. Gave Alex Bregman a rousing applause as he came to the bat for the first time. He obliged. He has 2 RBIs today. Crowd that got in her early after the rain out a couple of days ago. Kids were lined up looking for autographs. 2 down. Now Philip Sykes. He takes way outside from Acton. You see the autograph thing that Royce Lewis is doing for the Twins?
I did not.
Every time a kid asks for his autograph, he says yes. He gives him an autograph. And then he makes the kid sign his spring training hat. So he's wearing the spring training autograph hat in-game.
That's cool.
Sykes takes low. It's one of the best players in baseball that does not play nearly enough.
The Grand Slam king.
A fantasy baseball legend, Royce Lewis. Win you or lose you a season. 2-0. Swing and a chopper, third base side at the shortstop. Williams, he gloves and throws to first, gets Sykes. And we just had back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings in the 7th. We go to the 8th. We'll see what happens. Sox down 6-2 in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI. Red Sox Network.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarland Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlandEnergy.com.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Boston, right now at Verizon, you can get one line for less than you think. Just $50 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than what you spend on Bella's Dog Walker and Glam Squad every week. Get one line on unlimited welcome for $50 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees at your local Boston Verizon store today. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Zach Kelly's on the mound for the Red Sox as we go to the top of the 8th. Tampa Bay leading 6-2. Kelly making his spring debut, trying to have a bounce-back season. The stuff is undeniable. He's sort of changed his repertoire coming into this year. Right-hander delivers, and a first pitch swing and a foul on the third base side. That looked like kind of a cut fastball from Kelly. Last year, too many walks and too many home runs. Over 49 appearances for the Red Sox, a 4.92 ERA. This is a pinch hitter for the Rays. 0-1 is fouled back to the screen. Matthew Etzel against Kelly, who the velocity, the movement on all of his stuff, a great Bugs Bunny changeup. He can be so dominant, but just didn't throw enough strikes last year. As I said, 10 homers allowed. 0-2. Here it is. That is a little bit low. There's the changeup, close, but a ball 1-2.
He was saying, and he finished the year at AAA, or had a lot of the tail end of the year at AAA, so he was 1 out away from getting to 70 innings.
1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him with a great changeup. There's one away.
So he finished the year 69 2/3 innings, and he finished the inning. He went in and he looked at his AAA manager, Chad Tracy, and said, "Do not take me out. Let me get to 70 innings." And they said, "No, we can't." And at that point, the big league club might have needed him, so they weren't going to overextend him or anything. But I know that's in his mind as he starts 2025, especially after he was hurt 2 years ago.
Yeah, we all vividly remember his, kind of triumphant story arriving in the big leagues and then in tears feeling a major elbow injury walking off the mound. Here he misses outside with a slider for ball 1. So hard to get back. And had himself an offseason. He is just an enormous Washington Commanders fan. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, a sinking fastball, and it's 1-1. He loves Jaden Daniels, and who doesn't?
I was talking ball with him the other day. I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, life is pain. And, I would trade my situation for his.
I think most everybody would. The 1-1 pitch is popped foul. On the first base side, Coop, of course, talking about Caleb Williams versus Jaden Daniels. I think if you redrafted, that would go a different way. Not that anything is written in stone yet. Long way to go.
We got it wrong. Of course we got it wrong.
1-2. We could make the argument that Drake May had a better rookie year.
Okay.
The pitch is up and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike Vrabel hired in the offseason, of course. See what the Pats do in free agency and the draft.
Now I'm just upset. You got me upset at 3:24 on a Wednesday.
Yeah, but Zach, it's no act for him. He absolutely loves that team. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's more like it. Great slider. And 2 punch-outs for Zach Kelly.
And you watch the playoffs last year especially. Relievers get guys out a lot of different ways, but the most effective relievers threw 95-plus with a really good slider, from the right side. I mean, it's really not that difficult. And he has everything in him to be one of those guys.
Alex Cora has so long talked about the elite stuff. I just want him to harness it. 2 down in the 8th inning, 6-2 Rays. The pitch is a ball inside. Single game tickets. All Red Sox games from April through July are on sale now. Don't miss matchups against the Yankees, Dodgers, and more. Secure your seats at redsox.com/tickets. Sort of a different looking first couple of months for the Red Sox on the regular season schedule. We told you that they don't see the New York Yankees till that first weekend in June. They open in Texas, and then they go to see the Baltimore Orioles for a 3-game set. There's a lot of sort of Midwest travel in the first couple of months for the Sox. The Central Division teams. Here is a pop-up on the foul side of first. Nathan Hickey and the catcher Cole Sverry come together, but it is well into the seats and out of play.
It's also, you look at the April schedule. Of course, the worst thing in the world to do is look and try to guess how good teams are going to be in April. But, it's the 8th inning of spring training. I mean, you look at the White Sox on the schedule.
Twice.
Right. The Rays last year struggled. The Mariners could not hit last year. I mean, there are a lot of teams on this schedule in April where you say you can make some hay early on.
Well, I think there's already such buzz in Boston for the Sox after all the off-season activity. 2-1. The pitch from Kelly is a looper into right field. That's a base hit. That a big start would go a long way. They got off to one last year. Remember the 3-city West Coast trip, 7-3 coming home, and unfortunately then in that long homestand they gave it all back the other way. Yeah, after 2 final spring games in Monterrey, Mexico, the Sox will head to Globe Life Field, the home of the Texas Rangers. Then Orioles, then they come home for the Cardinals and Blue Jays, a 7-game stand, wrapping around that first weekend in April. 2 down, a runner on, he goes. Kelly not looking anywhere near him as the right-handed hitter Coco Montes takes a sinking fastball for ball 1. And as Coop said, you travel to Chicago and then to Tampa, and that literally is to Tampa, no longer St. Pete, the spring home of the Yankees. Home for the White Sox and Mariners, then off to Cleveland and Toronto. So it's sort of a different look to the beginning of the year. The 1-0 cutter is swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Things get a little more difficult in May with the Twins, Rangers, Royals, Tigers, Braves, Mets, Orioles, Brewers, Braves, all in a row. I mean, that is a gauntlet in the second month of the season. 1-1 misses outside. And again, you can't play these schedule games, but those on paper are all really good teams, which means even more important the Red Sox give themselves a little buffer in the first month of the season.
Look at the Tigers. Yeah, we're going to see them over the course of the next or tomorrow in Lakeland. Wonder how good they're going to be.
2 balls and a strike inside. They were linked forever to Alex Bregman. They offered him reportedly 6 years and $170 million, and Alex chose fewer years, higher dollars in Boston. They bring back Flaherty. I think there's some around that team who wish they could have gotten a little more. The 3-1 misses outside from Kelly, and that's ball 4.
Well, I remember talking to you in what was that, September, when the Red Sox went there, and we were talking about how these are 2 organizations, the Red Sox and the Tigers, that their timelines line up a little bit. A new decision maker at the top over the last few years, a little bit more analytically minded on the pitching side and pitching development side. Tigers have a young pitching prospect group that's really good. The Red Sox have a young position player prospect pool that's really good. And it was going to be fascinating to see what the timelines were. Now, we had no idea that the Tigers were about to never lose again at that point and take this miracle run. But I do think that as we sit here going into 2025, those were the 2 teams that were of the 3 most closely linked with Alex Bregman, and for good reason. And they're 2 teams that it will be fascinating to see who's better over the next few years because they're in similar places.
So after 2 strikeouts, a base hit and a walk, a jam for Kelly with 2 down, the pitch is a strike to Seymour, left-handed hitter for these Rays, Bob Seymour. Activity begins in the bullpen. They don't want Kelly to throw too many more pitches here. They love the young guy, Colt Keith, hoping for him to take a step forward. The Tigers, I bet you'll see him in the lineup. They brought over Gleyber Torres. The 0-1 pitch is lined off foul on the third base side.
Yeah, he might never hit a home run ever again in that ballpark.
It is. I mean, that's something that's amazing given Miguel Cabrera's wonderful production. How many that yard cost him in left center field and center. But Kerry Carpenter, one of the underrated power all-around players in the game. 0-2 with 2 down. The pitch from Kelly is a little bit outside, a changeup, and it is 1-2.
Well, you and I, we were talking earlier about the Red Sox, how the platoon's going to work. Remember, the Tigers rode platoons all the way to the ALDS last year. Kerry Carpenter is one of the best hitters in baseball last year. He didn't face left-handed pitching.
Amazing. Here is a 1-2 changeup that misses down and in for a ball.
I mean, how much are they going to let him hit? Do they believe in him as kind of a future superstar? They're still buckling under the weight of Javi Baez's contract.
And that was the ultimate addition by subtraction when they were able to move on from that. Here's a line drive into right field. That's a base hit that's going to get a run in. The throw from Philip Sykes, not nearly in time. Foot for his slide. 7-2 Tampa. We'll see if that's it for Zach Kelly. Alex Cora for now is still in that third base dugout. Looks over his shoulder. Checks with Andrew Bailey about the pitch count here. And here he comes. So Kelly, after 2 strikeouts, will not be happy with the way this outing went. A bloop hit, a walk, and then that hot shot. So he gives up a run, and we have to take another break. 7-2 Tampa. Eighth inning in Fort Myers on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
This is Ty Loft, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Aviva Trattoria serves beloved Italian classics and is the perfect place to get together with family and friends. Enjoy fresh-made bolognese, marsala, piccata, and fried Montanera pizza prepared in our scratch kitchens from fresh local ingredients. Relax at the bar with the signature cocktail, now featuring my own Corvus Vodka, the official vodka of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Watch the action from the scratch kitchens or book a private event. Visit avivatrattoria.com or stop by any Aviva location near you.
Gabriel Jackson, big right-hander, is on the mound for the Red Sox here with a run in and 2 down in the top of the 8th inning. He's still only 23 years old. Jackson signed 6 years ago as an international free agent out of the Dominican Republic. And he's trying to put out a little fire here in the top of the 8th. Overall, I think, other than Weissert, a mostly disappointing day for the Red Sox bullpen, although Hendricks did ramp it up at the end and get that big strikeout. But Chapman struggled, Wilson struggled, Kelly just gave up a run. So it's the first outing of spring for everybody.
Yeah, just not enough strikes. I mean, you can't take away anything beyond, what we actually saw today, but it's a reminder of the results. I mean, it's not that deep. If you don't throw strikes, bad things happen.
Here's a left-handed hitter, Jake Mangum, for the Rays against Gabriel Jackson. It is late in a spring game when Gabe Jackson is facing Jake Mangum. 7-2 Tampa.
It's my favorite game. I get to play. Oh, I remember Jake Mangum. He was a College World Series star. I think Mississippi State. At one point, he was a highly heralded Mets prospect.
That's a good pull by you. The pitch is in the dirt from Jackson, not handled by Cole Sveri. And so the runner advances to second base. There are still some fans in the stands here today. The lower bowl remains mostly full, but anything that's in the sun, unsurprisingly, maybe with the exception of a couple people up on top of the monster, those people have sought shelter or home. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch pop foul. Apparently, Cody Bellinger had a big hit today for the New York Yankees in their game at Steinbrenner Field. Paul Goldschmidt saw his old club. The Cardinals were there. That's one of the big questions for New York. Can Bellinger and Goldschmidt bounce back? What are they going to do at third base? How will Max Fried solidify their already deep rotation? 2-1 pitch, misses outside, a slider, and it's 3-1.
There was also, just reading some of the stuff coming out of that game, there was a lot of narrative around Nolan Arenado and, the fact that he traveled with the Cardinals to face the Yankees. I mean, there's some smoke there with them.
Lay eyes on him. The 3-1 pitch is a little bit outside ball 4, and that's been, unfortunately, one of the themes of the day for these Red Sox. They've just walked too many. Gabriel Jackson issues a walk. So, now the bases are loaded for Jamie Westbrook.
Oh, king of the Grand Slam, Jamie Westbrook at AAA last year.
He's thinking about that right here, I guarantee you. That's the 6th walk issued by Red Sox pitchers today as Jamie Westbrook takes a ball outside 1-0.
I always enjoyed watching Jamie in these spots. I guarantee you at some point in the next minute or so, he's going to take the biggest swing you've ever seen in your life.
He does not get cheated. 1-0 is way up and in, a slider that slipped out of Jackson's hands. He's having a real tough time out there, and it's 2-0.
Jamie in the Worcester Red Sox clubhouse last year, I was telling you this off the air, had an ant farm for I don't know how long you're supposed to have ant farms. It seemed like he had an ant farm for a little too long.
2-0 pitch is inside. Is that just like dirt with ants inside, like a couple plastic panels?
I actually don't want to describe it because it's so disgusting. But like, it was this blue mush in there, and it had like little tunnels.
I don't get that.
I have no. I think it was gifted to him.
I guess a running gag. The 3-0 pitch is inside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Gabriel Jackson. This one brings in a run. And still in the top of the 8th inning, it is 8-2 Tampa. This has been an eternal half inning.
Yeah. But it was a huge issue when J.B. Westbrook was called up to the big league club because he couldn't bring the ant farm with him. So he left it in the clubhouse to be taken care of by a group of 39 other men who had no idea how to take care of an ant farm.
That assignment.
Yeah.
Another run in for Tampa. And here is Simpson, the guy who sets the world on fire with his foot speed. 12 hits for the Rays, 5 for the Red Sox. 2 down, loaded up, pitch. Backdoor slider for a strike, 0-1. Brock's cheer here in Fort Myers. I mean, where do these people have to be? I guess dinner starts at 5 around here most times. Beautiful afternoon, 0-1. That's way outside. Slider, he is just not able to find the strike zone right now. Gabriel Jackson. 1-1. Hunter Dobbins started this game, was very good. Impressed with electric fastball velocity. Gave up a run over 2 innings. With 3 strikeouts, he did give up a big home run as the sinking fastball's in there for a strike, 1-2. One and two, the pitch. Swinging a liner off of Jackson's back towards shortstop. It is gloved there by Ferguson. He steps on the second base bag. Ouch, but it gets the Red Sox out of the inning. 1-6 put out, and at last we go to the bottom of the 8th. 8-2 Rays in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Winter weather can be frightful, but Shaws and Star Market's pickup and delivery, delightful. To help with snow days and driving delays, Shaws and Star Market offer free curbside pickup or get delivery. That's right, just order ahead and Shaws and Star Market will have your groceries ready for you curbside, or they can deliver right to your door. These convenient pickup and delivery services are available year-round to help you when you need it most. Download the app now. Shaws and Star Market can save you time and money.
Hey, Red Sox Nation, imagine replacing your roof once and never worrying about it again. With Interlock Metal Roofing, you get the last roof you'll ever need. Durable, beautiful, and backed by a lifetime warranty. For over 25 years, homeowners across New England have trusted Interlock to protect their homes. Make the switch today. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com or call 866-733-5811 for a free quote. One roof, one call for life. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
At the American Heritage Museum, we proudly celebrate Black History Month. Join us in Hudson, Mass. as we salute the courage of Black military heroes all month long and salute the sacrifices they made for freedom and equality.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network
on WEEI.
Well, in a lot of ways, that is true. Good times seem so good here in Fort Myers. Not on the scoreboard, but it is spring training, so that is totally irrelevant. Here's Max Ferguson, who takes fastball inside off the plate for ball 1 from Ben Peoples. Sun has gone behind some big pillowy clouds and a bright blue sky. Ferguson crushes this ball into right field, and that is down for a base hit. Very sweet, balanced swing there. from the left side, and the Red Sox have the leadoff man aboard here in the 8th.
I do have a working theory about post-Sweet Caroline, which is I swear the Red Sox score more innings in the bottom of the 8th, or more runs in the bottom of the 8th than any other inning.
Well, it can happen in these spring games, especially since it's not exactly the elite bullpen arms. So with Ferguson at first, here is another young player for the Red Sox, Justin Reamer. And he takes a cutter outside for ball 1. One thing that happens at JetBlue Park, in addition to sunshine and baseball and wonderful music, if you have any trash to dispose of, it will go in this yard. No place, no facility on earth gets the trash taken out and changed more frequently. 1-1 after a fastball is fouled back to the screen. I mean, it's like 7 times during the game.
It is.
What is Doug Lane doing back there? I mean, how much trash can one booth have?
Oh,
They've changed the bag out 3 times.
He's eaten 47 oranges in the last 8 innings.
1 ball, 1 strike, and it's fouled straight back over the screen. It's 1-2. Shemai Webster ready to tee it off, is chatting it up with Doug.
He's looking nice in the golf top here.
He's got access to new gear, new things now in the world of golf. 1-2. Maybe he can access a golf swing a little later this afternoon. 1-2. The pitch is strike 3 called on the inside corner. So Reamer is gone. 1 out in the 8th. Austin Adams is warming in the Red Sox bullpen. And now Blaze Jordan to hit for the Sox. So often, speaking of Nolan Arenado, linked to the Cardinals as those trade rumors swirled. The power has never been in doubt for Blaze Jordan. Guy with so much tantalizing talent. The pitch is fouled down the right field line. He signed way over bonus, one of the many times that Chaim Bloom and crew decided to save a little money in the first round and then overspend a little later in the draft. Of course, that worked so well with Anthony and Campbell and others, but that was the model for Blaze Jordan. 0-1. Pitch. Pop foul on the first base side, not a play.
Be interesting. I guess he'll probably start at Double-A. If he has a good spring, maybe he would start at Triple-A. But he was a really, really good hitter in the low minors at 18, 19 years old.
0-2. Fouled off. Another late swing at a fastball. Last year he did make it to Portland for the second time. Played 89 games there after tearing up Greenville as a 20-year-old. He turned 21 later in the season, and then in 89 games with the Double-A Sea Dogs, drove in 61, only 7 home runs, though, so a dip in slugging by almost 150 points from the year before as he takes a fastball outside for 1-2.
You also might be wondering, Blaze, that's a really nice nickname. What's it for? His actual birth certificate name is Blaze.
Yeah. 0-2 is a soft ground ball back to the mound. Peoples comes down, gloves, throws to first in time, and there are 2 away. I'm sure there's a backstory for that. See if the Jordans or Blaze himself could ever shed light on that. The more you know. All right, here's Nathan Hickey with 2 down. 8-2 Tampa Bay in the bottom of the 8th. This thing has taken a long, long time to wrap up here on a Wednesday afternoon. Pitch, chopper, foul outside of first. Sox up to Lakeland tomorrow. Quinn Priester will make the start, trying to stay in the mix for the back end of the rotation spots with uncertainty around Bayo and Crawford. Then in Clearwater to face the Philadelphia Phillies, and there'll be a guy named Garrett Crochet on the mound on Friday for that one. Should be very fun to see. He'll stay on his every 5th day scheduling. 0-1. High in the air toward the monster in left that is drifting back on the warning track, able to get there and make the play is the Rays' left fielder Mangum, and the inning is over. Red Sox go to the 9th, trailing 8-2 on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Hey, it's Greg Hill for Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, presenting another Celtics legendary performance. Brian Scalabrine, both a team and fan favorite due to his hustle, leadership, and personality. Scal has inspired a generation. Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare is the legendary performer that communities have relied on to stay in the game for over 50 years. They offer comprehensive coverage and access to quality care. To learn more, go to harvardpilgrim.org.
Come visit CCL Homescape Showroom in Abington this year to experience our state-of-the-art kitchen showroom. At CCL Homescapes, our design team listens, understands your family's needs, and stays on the pulse of trends. We work with you to create a beautiful and efficient space that your family will enjoy for years to come. Our showroom is open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. Go to cclco.com to learn more about how we can create the kitchen of your dreams. cclco.com.
Looking for a great value for lunch? Visit the 99 Restaurant for their new Daytime Deals menu, available Monday through Saturday until 5 p.m. Try the Vermont Cheddar Chicken Sandwich, flatbread combos, and 6 new hearty sandwiches. You gotta love the nines.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, could be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
Now, back to the game on WEEI.
Austin Adams for the second time in the Grapefruit League is on the mound. You'll see Carson Williams, minor leaguer for the Rays, as we get finally to the top of the ninth inning. 8-2 the score. Big swing and a miss at an 87-mile-an-hour slider, and it's 0-1. If you have a little time this evening and want to dive a little deeper into the emergence of the big three prospects for the Red Sox, Campbell, Meyer, and Anthony, there's some recommended reading for you. As a cut fastball from Adams misses outside. Jeff Passan, like so many national writers, has been in and out of Red Sox camp this week. Ken Rosenthal was here today. Steve Phillips as well for MLB Network Radio. 1-1 sinking fastball by Adams is swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. And Passan wrote a long story about the work that those three have done specifically right here in Fort Myers in the batting cages with all the technology that is available to hitters these days. 1-2, the pitch is a high fastball. He called them the most exciting and dynamic trio of position players in a generation on one roster, and I think there's some sort of growing belief that's the case. I'm sure you'll see them tomorrow in Lakeland. 2-2 pitch. High fly ball into shallow right field. That is Philip Sykes out there. He drifted back, now in on the run just inside the line. He makes the play. And a good start for Austin Adams, one down.
The only true comp I can think of in the last 10 years is what the Orioles did. And they did it in a much different way by losing a lot of baseball games. The difference is the Red Sox have supplemented it. You know, they've gone and paid Alex Bregman money now to help these guys along and also play well. I understand, and look, I've taken the calls about how people feel about prospects. But, you know, this is so different than anything else that we've talked about over the last 5 to 10 years.
Matthew Etzel is a left-handed hitter for the Rays. He took a ball outside from Adams. The next one fouled off. Over the last really calendar year, it's impossible to say how many scouts that work for other clubs have been to Portland and Worcester around the deadline and all season long who come to Fenway and say, you've got stars coming. That is your next core group. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's a little outside. I do think that's a big part of why Craig Breslow is getting such good reviews for the offseason he had, not only to bring in Bregman and Crochet and to fortify the bullpen, but to hang on to all three of those to pull off a trade for Crochet was a big-time deal. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A slider, and it's 2-2.
And we'll see. The timelines are going to be really interesting. Christian Campbell, we've been promised he's going to play second base at some point, starting capacity in game. There's still a lot of time left in spring to do that.
2-2, doing a lot of work on the backfields here in camp. The 2-2 fouled back to the screen.
But you think about tomorrow and Friday. I look at these 48 hours as a really fascinating 48 hours for those three guys in particular, because to the point you made earlier, Flaherty and Luzardo are going to pitch for the Tigers and Phillies, and you're probably going to see some of their better arms. And those guys are going to get to hopefully see those guys.
2-2 is a check swing and a cut fastball down in the dirt. 3-2.
Obviously, we'll see if that actually ends up happening, but certainly the runway's there. And then the flip side of it is Garrett Crochet on Friday is going to get to see probably the best Phillies hitters.
Should be very fun. 3-2 is a fair ball right over the bag. Nice job by Nathan Hickey to glove behind the bag and win a foot race. And they're 2 away. That one might have been called fair because of how long this game has taken. It looked to me like it was to the right side of the bag when it went over.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining.
Yeah, you and I are in the same boat there about what I saw. Nathan Hickey, he's a good defensive first baseman. This is somebody that was a catcher for a long time, and they're really just putting him at first base exclusively now. Did play some first last year and has in the minors in general, but he's athletic over there.
He looks good. Here is a pitch from Austin Adams that's grounded up the middle from Trace Barrera into center field. That's a base hit. Adams is a longtime big league veteran. He broke in after a long minor league journey 7-8 years ago at the age of 26, and here he is at 34, joining the Red Sox after pitching in 56 games for the Oakland Athletics a year ago. And with 2 down, here in this top of the 9th inning, Cameron Misner, I think it's Meisner, is in the batter's box for the Rays. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1. The A's, to me, are really a fascinating team to keep an eye on this year. Not only are they going to play their games in Sacramento, which will be wild enough, but they did some really good things in the offseason. The 0-1 pitch is fouled off on the third base side, especially the extension to Brent Rooker, which looks like one of the most friendly deals in all of baseball for a guy who really is breaking out.
Every team in baseball would have made that deal 100 times, and most of the teams in baseball would have given him more money than they gave him. I could not believe he signed that deal.
He wanted to stay. Butler's been really fun to watch lately as the 0-2 pitch is up and away, 1-2. They kind of ran out of gas a little bit, did the Athletics, at the end of the season. They had the awful start, almost historically bad. Then, for the middle 3 months of the season, the A's played really as well as anybody in the game, but then just kind of fell out at the end. The 1-2 is strike 3 called on the outside corner. So Adams works around a 2-out hit. He is a fiery man on the mound. He is not afraid to show emotion. See if the Sox can mount something crazy in the bottom of the 9th, but if they don't, well, just another day in spring. 8-2 Rays in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
If you're shopping for a new car, the choice is simple. Herb Chambers. We offer legendary customer service, the largest inventory in New England, the lowest prices, and the best value. Find out for yourself today at any one of our convenient Herb Chambers locations.
Brought to you by Fidelity Legal LLC. Past results don't guarantee future outcomes. Recovery depends on case details. Were you abused in a youth detention center, juvenile detention center, school, church, or other institution? Thousands have come forward to hold organizations that failed to protect minors accountable. Even if you can't recall your abuser's name, it happened long ago, or your abuser is no longer alive or employed, you may still have a case. Recent lawsuits have resulted in substantial compensation. In certain places, the average settlement is around $250,000, and some receive much more. You may even be able to file anonymously. Deadlines are fast approaching, and certain cases won't be accepted after June 30th. But we must start working on your claim immediately. Act now, or you may forever lose your chance to file. You can't change the past, but you can be compensated for it. Call 800-310-6608 now. That's 800-310-6608. 800-310-6608.
Hey guys, it's Greg for East Coast Metal Roofing. If you've been thinking about a new roof, don't wait any longer. Proposed tariffs on aluminum could increase the cost of a new metal roof by up to 25% beginning March 12th. Right now, you can save 10% and get 0% financing during the Spring into Savings event at East Coast Metal Roofing. Just mention my name and WEEI when you visit eastcoastmetalroofing.com, but you ought to do it before March 12th when the tariffs kick in. Boston. East Coast Metal Roofing, the official roofing partner of the Boston Celtics.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network. This is WEEI.
Well, we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Sox trailing the Rays 8-2. Mark Colsvary will lead it off against the new Rays pitcher, a big right-hander who we saw the other day, Austin Vernon, who is massive, long-haired, throws hard. Right on right matchup. And a swing and a chopper to the left side. What a play on a high hop off the glove of Coco Montes. He throws to first. In time, that one trampoline, but well handled, one away.
Austin Vernon, who, like many of these guys, played his college summer ball in the Cape Cod Baseball League, former Chatham A. He was known around town for riding his bike everywhere. The largest man on earth with hair down beyond his shoulders, riding a very tiny bicycle.
Why not? That's not as weird as having an ant farm, but that's a story for another day. Here's Tyler McDonough, left-handed hitter, who takes a fastball high, ball one. Liam Hendricks pitched today. First spring game in, he says, almost 3 years. And true to form, Liam had a pretty good quip when talking to the writers about it. 1-0 to McDonough is down and in, ball two. He said, I didn't remember the bullpen being that far away. I was a little gassed after running into the hill. He then, of course, was asked about the race to become the Red Sox closer. 2-0 is low. Fastball, it's 3-0. He said, look, I'll do anything to help this team win. I'll be anywhere, whatever they tell me, but I intend to win that job. So he certainly gets it. And what a feeling it must be just to be on any kind of a mound and to get through it. 3-0, strike on the outside corner. The Aura Pavilion at Fenway is the perfect place to enjoy a game. Aura offers cushioned seats, in-seat service, access to the climate-controlled Aura club space behind home plate, and more. 3-1, outside ball four. Season ticket packages in the Aura Pavilion start at 20 games. Please visit redsox.com/Aura Pavilion for more info. I can attest to that. Those are great seats. My kids often find themselves there. Free popcorn at the door.
Cool.
Of course, they think everything at a ballpark is free. Growing up with a pretty warped sense. Here is right-handed hitter Chacon, who takes a slider outside for ball one. Juan Chacon. Chapman walked a couple in his spring debut. Liam had that strikeout to end his afternoon. Here's a big swing and a miss. Cut fastball from Austin Vernon, and it's 1-1. Alex Bregman drove in both the Red Sox runs today. Fastball misses inside. One a high, deep sac fly into left. The other a little bouncing ground ball to short.
There were a lot of good swings from that top four, right? Jaron has 2 hits. He doubled. Bregman with those 2 good swings to drive home, too. Tristan Casas flew out deep to right.
Yeah, that was maybe the most single impressive swing of the day. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. It's 2-2. I'm not sure how you know that, looking down at that bizarre score sheet you use.
Oh, it's very easy. Post-game, we're going to have a tutoring session. I'm just going to sit down and explain the whole thing.
I will not be spending any more time in this booth today the minute the final out is recorded. Save it for another day. The 2-2 is a chopper toward third. Back in it. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first is going to be waved off. Are they saying it's a foul ball down the third base line? What?
I thought he gave up to end the game early.
What? That was bizarre. Didn't that look like it was inside the bag?
By feet.
Wild. Maybe wishful thinking. For me, 2-2.
Yeah, this is like stumbling through a desert. That's the mirage.
We need something. 8-2 Rays. 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So Chacon is gone. 2 down, and the Red Sox have their last hope coming to the plate in Tyler Miller. Matt Kidd about it, wanting this game to get across the finish line. But to these kids, these players, these are really important moments. They're trying to make an impression on the staff that's in the dugout here over on the Major League side. Left-handed hitter Miller with a real pretty stroke from the left side. The pitch is way high and outside from Vernon. Ball 1.
And you see it up close. This is Tyler Miller's a great example. He came to Worcester for 4 games. He spent most of the year in A and AA. And when he got to Worcester, that was an important moment for him.
1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
And that's one thing. This is you're wearing the actual Red Sox uniform just like the other guys. Alex Cora is your manager today. And you're playing here with everyone watching.
Not everyone anymore. The 1-1 pitch is fouled straight back and out of play. It's 1-2.
Yeah, I love that one up.
I don't think Story and Bregman are still necessarily in the dugout.
Well, they're listening on the radio.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what better way to spend the time? Yeah, they will get a full 2 days off, all those veterans. I mean, people like Vaughn Grissom, David Hamilton, maybe go for one of the games up in Lakeland and Clearwater. 1-2 is swung on and missed, and the ball game is over. Not a thing of beauty for the Red Sox, but Hunter Dobbins really good, and as Coop said, top of the lineup did have some very good-looking swings. 8-2 the final. The Rays win it. We'll be back with some final thoughts on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Welcome to the Nissan Now sales event. Are you all right?
I wanted to get here before the best offers were gone.
You're just in time. Let me show you what we've got. There's the all-new Kicks. The sporty Sentra. Or our best-selling Rogue, a consumer guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. You must be exhausted.
I think I'm ready for my next adventure.
For the #1 shopping experience among non-luxury car buyers, according to JD Power, get to Nissan now. Now get a low $249 per month lease for 39 months on Rogue. For JD Power 2024 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Well-qualified lessees. 2025 Rogue S all-wheel drive. $46.19 initial payment excludes tax, title, and license. Disposition fee due at lease end. Take from new dealer stock. Call 1-888-858-8319 for offer details. Ends 3/3/25.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
John Sewer and Drain Cleaning is the name to know when your drains don't flow. John Sewer is also hiring technicians at their Norwood location to handle growing demand in southeastern Mass. To join New England's most experienced team, go online to johnsewer.com to apply today.
We get the job done. You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Network
on WEEI.
Back at JetBlue, the Red Sox fall to the Rays at a spring game 8-2. Hunter Dobbins, the story, though, Cooper Boardman, he was really impressive. Before we talk Hunter, 10 seconds, station ID on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
The Eagles play here. Catch BC football, basketball, baseball, and hockey on WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Well, more than 7,200 watched it. It took 2 hours and 55 minutes to play. Too many walks and base runners given up by the Red Sox bullpen, but it's early in spring for everybody. But I thought Hunter Dobbins was the story of this day.
No question. You throw 98, 97, the way that he did with the good breaking stuff and the bevy of different pitches that he can throw, you're going to be the story of the day. And he was everything that we saw at the end of last year, and I think pretty much in every little part of his game, better than he was at the end of 2024, which you and I both know is the point of an offseason, to get better. And, he's got a real shot, if he pitches the way he did today, to change the way that we think about him going into the year.
Aroldis Chapman threw 101 in his spring debut, but did walk two. He struggled. So did Justin Wilson. Zach Kelly gave up a run, but again, they will move right along from that. So will we. We thank Al Hernandez here in the booth, Doug Lane, and all the folks that helped get us on the air today. Red Sox go to Lakeland tomorrow to play the Detroit Tigers. That is a 1:05 first pitch, 1 o'clock pregame with Coop and Rob Bradford. It's fun, Coop.
Fun. Should be fun. Always fun. And, be a good couple of days on the road.
Yeah, should be really nice to see some of the other clubs up in the northern part of this state. 8-2, the Rays beat the Red Sox. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 1 o'clock pregame show right here on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to Red Sox Spring Training on the WEEI Shaws Star Market Red Sox Network.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey Sports. For even more coverage of your team, download the free Odyssey app and listen to your favorite stations, shows, and podcasts.